So, my brothers, how are you all doing? Welcome to Manhwa Reality. Now, look, don't judge it. Watch till the end, and then you'll find out what this series is really like and what kind of story it is. For now, at the start of the episode, we see a girl who is chatting with someone. On that chat, the Liu family's name keeps appearing, like their name is being mentioned, but this girl doesn't care at all whether it's the Liu family or whoever it is. She's like, whatever happens, happens. Then we find out that this girl's name is Guok, and later we'll learn who she really is. Maybe she could be our female main character. For now, we see a man come over and say, Go Mang, get lost from here. Your own biological parents are already dead, so why are you still staying here? Get out. This man's name is Li Saiyo, which means uncle. But who is Gui? For now, there's a girl standing beside him. Her name is Gui In, and she is her second sister. She is even saying, Uncle, my older sister's blood is both hot and cold, but she isn't that bad either. Then the uncle says, Take your brother and leave. Stop wasting money, okay? Your parents are already dead, so what connection do you still have here? Don't even think about staying here anymore. Then that girl stands up and says, What did you say, Guiyin? As soon as she asks that, the other girl replies, My parents left all this property in my name. You have nothing to do with it, so you can leave. The girl says this and then adds, If you want to stay, you can talk to Uncle. It has nothing to do with me. Anyway, we see the girl say, There's no need for that. I'm leaving on my own. And she starts walking away after saying that. Then Uncle says, You don't need to talk to her at all. Okay, Guiyin, don't talk to her. In the future, you'll be talking to important people. Don't waste your time talking to worthless people like these. Don't worry, Uncle. I know. Oh, really? Family show? Wow, what terrible acting you two are doing. Truly amazing. As soon as Go Monk says that, the other girl replies, What? Family show? I wasn't acting at all, understand? The girl says that and continues, Go Mong, how dare you? Anyway, we see Go Mong reply, Oh, really? When your parents were alive, they never even looked at you, and neither did you look at them. And when they died, you didn't even cry. Yet now you're talking nonsense here. I seriously don't know how all this property ended up in your name. Honestly, I think they must have felt pity for your weakness, and that's why they gave it to you. Anyway, forget it. What do I care? I'm leaving. You go your way, and I'll go mine. After saying that, Go Meng starts leaving. But while she is walking away, we see that Guiyin is getting more and more irritated. The scene shifts, and we see the Imperial Palace of Ming City, which looks absolutely incredible. Seriously, this place also has auction houses and all sorts of things. Go Meng has arrived here, and her younger brother is with her as well. This child's name is Gusi, and he is Go Meng's younger brother. He says, This is the most popular place in Ming City. It's average, just average. As soon as he says that, a girl remarks, Hey, which family are you from? Who do you think you are? Look at yourself. You don't seem rich at all, yet you're pretending to be rich. Because honestly, their clothes don't look that great. Then we see Go Meng step forward and say, What does my family have to do with you? Do you have something to say? As soon as she says that, the other girl replies, Looking at your clothes, it doesn't seem like it. They look like they were picked up from the streets, and yet you've come here pretending to be rich. The girl keeps talking, but there's no point. Then we see Go Meng saying something while the boy beside her replies, Yeah, very much. At that moment, another girl arrives. She is Go Meng's helper. Her name is Lin Sung. She says, I was wondering who came here wasting so much money, and when I got here, I found out it was the young master of the Gu family. Well, did you miss me? But we see the child respond, No, not at all. Stay away from me. Oh my, Miss Gu, please stop looking at me like that. No boy will ever look at me if you keep staring at me like this. But still, I love you. This girl was literally flirting with her. Truly an LGBT moment, Mr. Lin Sao. For now, this person is about to leave and says, Fine, just remember it. It shouldn't happen again in the future. After saying that, he starts walking away. Then a waiter arrives and says, Miss Lin, the Sleeping Jade auction is about to begin. Here is the invitation letter. You may proceed. As soon as he hands it over, the girl says, I think you've misunderstood. I'm not the person this invitation is meant for. It's actually for them, okay? They are the ones who came to obtain the Sleeping Jade. As soon as she says that, she also, here we see that girl, Gang, quickly grabs the letter and starts walking away. She is showing the letter as she goes. Then we see 2 or 3 guards arrive and say, oh my god, she has an invitation, and not just any invitation, an inner area invitation. Do you really think we can throw her out now? Meanwhile, inside, the auction house has already started and everyone is placing their bids. Then one man places a bid of 3 million. Right after that, we see our MC place a bid of 10 million. As soon as he bids 10 million, and this guy's name is Lin Sao or whatever, we see that he has already made his bid. Everyone starts talking among themselves. Wow, oh wow, a rich customer. Very nice. 10 million. Can anyone go higher than that? All right then. 10 million once, 10 million twice. Just as the auctioneer is about to say 3, we suddenly see Go Mong arrive and place a bid of 20 million. As soon as she bids 20 million, everyone turns to look at her. Even that man is staring at her. The moment she enters the auction house, literally every single person there is looking at her. Everyone is wondering whether this girl even has that much money. All of them are carefully examining her clothes, but honestly, she doesn't care one bit. She calmly walks over and sits in the chair right beside him. Now, this Len Sao guy keeps staring at her. Then a woman sitting nearby says, young lady, let me tell you something. Please don't continue bidding. This man is very dangerous. Do you even know who you're going against? She starts explaining all kinds of details about him. But we see that this girl doesn't care at all. Instead, she is thinking, why does this name sound so familiar? The woman continues, I think you really shouldn't go against the Liu family. Anyway, Go Mong replies, look, I don't care either. So why can't I go against them? As soon as she says that, Lin Sao hears her words too. However, he doesn't say anything. Then Go Mong points toward the item and says, look, if nobody else places another bid, then obviously this sleeping jade will belong to me and I need it. At the same time, even the auctioneer is shocked. He is thinking, what is going on today? No one has ever done this before. Where did this girl come from? Then Lin Sao raises the bid to 30 million. 30 million. Immediately after that, the girl bids 40 million. Then we see Lin Sao raise it to 50 million. Now the bid has reached 50 million, and we see Go Mong thinking, damn, how much money do I even have left on my card? I don't know. I still need to give money to Goosey, and I have a lot of other things to take care of too. She is just about to bid again when Lin Sao suddenly says, 60 million. This guy has literally increased his own bid and then says, no matter how much money this young lady has, I'm willing to pay double that amount. But this sleeping jade will belong to me. As he says this, we see Go Mong looking slightly surprised after hearing his words. She doesn't say much. She quietly stands up and starts leaving. As she walks away, we see Lin Sao watching her and smiling. Well, that's good. The scene shifts. The girl has now come outside. Suddenly, she remembers something. Oh shit! The person I was chatting with mentioned the Liu family. Was that guy the same person? As soon as she comes outside, we see her helper saying, sister, you came out so quickly. And empty-handed too? Did someone stop you from buying it? Or are you having it delivered directly to your home? The girl is asking these questions when 2 men walk past while talking to each other. I heard there was a girl today who wanted to steal the sleeping jade from Brother Chen. Yeah, I heard that too. They say she's really beautiful. Come on, she didn't even have any money. Otherwise, she wanted to compete with our brother. What? After hearing all of this, Go Mong gets extremely annoyed. She is already furious. Then the helper asks, well, did the Liu family get involved too? Come on, they're a top-class family, don't you know that? Meanwhile, Go Meng is thinking, whoever they are, I'm not going to spare any of them in the future. Don't worry. Next time, just tell me in advance. I'll buy things only when I'm in the mood. Otherwise, I won't buy anything. After saying that, she starts walking away. The helper says, "Oh, wow, all right then. But yeah, it feels like you lost this time." Anyway, nothing much happens after that, but we see the girl coming outside. At the same time, we get a view of the area outside the palace. There are many men standing around saying things like, "It's gotten really late. Come on, let me take you home." Another guy says, "No, no, not home. How about I drop you at a hotel instead?" A third guy says, "How about I take you in my sports car?" Then Go Mang says, "Get out of my way." As soon as she says that, everyone starts talking. Did she just tell us to move? Hey, hey, bro, move aside and let her pass. Another guy says, "Forget the road. Why don't we just go to bed instead?" But then we see Go Mang start beating everyone up. After knocking down 2 or 3 guys, a couple of them are literally sent flying through the air. A third guy ends up right under her feet. Then the girl says, "You people sure have a lot of nerve. Don't you think you've talked a little too much?" The man is completely terrified now. "Yes, yes, please forgive me. I'm just a man." "Oh, you're a man? Then do you even know what it means to be a man?" The guy quickly replies, "Yes, yes, I understand now what it means." Anyway, we see Go Mang say, "Forget it. What's the point now?" Then her little brother gives him a piece of advice and says, "Life is very short, okay? So don't try to find shortcuts in it. Got it?" After hearing that, the man quickly nods and agrees. Then Go Mang says, "Come on, kid." The boy replies, "Yeah, let's go." The scene shifts again. We see them leaving, but Lin Sao is watching them from above. Meanwhile, 2 men are talking to each other. "You know, that girl from earlier? I think she was trying to get brother's attention." The second guy replies, "Yeah, I think so too. She's just that kind of girl, nothing special. She was simply trying to flirt with brother. They're trying to hit on him, what else?" Anyway, that guy keeps staring at them and then says, "Hey, don't you two have any other time or any other work to do? Aren't you a little too free?" The 2 men immediately start talking nervously. "No, no, brother. Sorry, 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 sorry. Please forgive us. We won't interfere in your business anymore." The second guy says, "Hey, bro, what happened? Relax. It's not even an important matter anyway. Why are you getting angry over this?" The two of them continue talking like that. "Didn't you notice? These days people are even bringing children to places like this." "Oh, really? Is that so? Come on, let's get out of here." Meanwhile, the scene shifts and we see the market area. Here we find Go Mang shopping in the market. She is buying clothes and other things. Her younger brother asks, "Big sister, why are you packing so many clothes? What suddenly happened?" His older sister replies, "You're going away to study, so of course you need clothes, right? That's why I'm buying these clothes for you." At the same time, the boy asks, "But why are you sending me so far away, big sister?" We see his older sister reply, "Because you're too weak. You need to grow stronger and you need to grow faster." The scene shifts again. We see a Rolls Royce arriving in the market. One guy says, "Brother Chung, why did you bring us to this place? This looks like a street market area to me." The other guy says, "Looks like our brother has become a normal person now. He's practically part of a middle-class family." Then we see Chung Zhao say, "Just shut up. Both of you keep your mouth shut." At that moment, he looks carefully ahead. We see Go Mang buying things. He notices her immediately. Meanwhile, the girl continues purchasing items. As she buys them, she is also bargaining. "What do you mean $20? Look, if you give me a discount, I'll buy even more." "Miss, it's already cheap. How much cheaper can I possibly make it?" After seeing this, one of the men says, "Look, we met her again." "Bro, are you looking at that girl?" "Where?" "Oh, you're smiling, man." "Oh, wow, isn't that the same beauty who came for the bidding?" "But that kid is with her too." At the same time, one of the men asks, "Do you want me to check her background?" But their brother refuses. "There's no need for that." The scene shifts again. Before they know it, it is already 12 o'clock at night. It's midnight, and the girl has come to meet someone. We see a G-Wagon waiting there to pick them up. A man steps out and says, "Are you the one old Lou told me about?" As soon as he asks that, we see that this man is Song, an officer. The girl replies, "No, I'm not. He is." She points toward the child. "This is my younger brother, Goosey." The man says, "What? Him? Old Lou was joking with me or what?" At that moment, the little boy immediately says, "Are you making fun of me? Do you want to fight me? Should I show you?" Then his older sister says, "Hey, Goosey, what did I teach you?" The boy immediately says, "Uncle, please just give me one chance. I'll prove myself." Goosey says this confidently. Then another man arrives and says, "Hey, old son, what are you doing? Don't underestimate this kid, okay? You'll find out later once you take him with you, all right? How about this? Don't take him right now. If something happens later, then bring him over, okay?" The man finally agrees. At the same time, we see the child starting to cry. "Please, big sister, don't send me away. I'll learn on my own. Please don't send me far away. I can take care of myself. And when I grow up, I'll take care of you too." His sister patiently explains to him, "Look, staying around here isn't safe. Okay? When you grow up or when you defeat the strongest person in your class, I'll personally come to pick you up." The boy finally accepts it. "Okay, I understand." But he is still crying. "Sister, just wait for me. I'll come back within 6 months." His older sister replies, "Yeah, I know. I'll wait for you. All right, Gussie, go now." With that, the child starts leaving. Then the man says, "Are you worried about him?" "Well, I don't think you should be worried about him." The girl replies, "I'm not worried about him. Actually, I'm more... Besides me, no one else even knows what my brother is truly capable of. After all, the two of us share the same blood." With that, the scene shifts. We see that man receiving a call from an emergency number. He quickly picks up the phone. A voice comes from the other side. "Yes, this is Lou speaking." "All right, okay, I'm leaving right now." He is just about to say something else when we see Go Mong saying, "Come on, let's go." At the same time, he says, "Old Song, listen. My mother's condition is getting worse. So I'm taking your private jet. I'll send it back to you later, all right? We need to leave here quickly. Take us to the airport immediately." The scene shifts, and we see the airport. They have already arrived in their area by helicopter from the helipad. The man says, "It might be a little difficult to get there right now. I did ask someone, but I'm hoping we still have enough time." Then Go Mang says, "Uncle, relax. Don't worry. As long as that person is still breathing, I'll heal them." Just then, a G-Wagon pulls up and stops in front of them. The person stepping out is none other than Lu Chengsao. "Uncle, please get in the car." Then she says, "Chengzhao, why did you personally come to pick us up?" "I just arrived here myself, so I came." Meanwhile, the girl is thinking, "Seriously? I ran into him again." Anyway, we see the uncle saying, "Go, Mong, come on. Get in the car quickly." The girl gets inside as well. Then we see this guy saying, "We meet again." "Oh, Miss Go, looks like we've met once more." This guy just keeps talking. "By the way, uncle, didn't you say you were bringing a doctor? Is this young lady the doctor?" As soon as he says that, we see Gomeng reply, "You talk way too much." After that, the guy can't say anything. We also see that the man sitting in the driver's seat has gone silent, and even his uncle has become quiet. Then his uncle asks, "Cheng Zhao, how is your grandmother's condition?" As soon as he asks that, the man replies, "Nothing much has changed. Military doctors are treating her, but her condition isn't good." Then his uncle asks, "But her condition was fine some time ago. You told me that yourself. How did it suddenly become like this?" Cheng Zhao replies, "I honestly don't know what's going on here." The man is clearly worried. Meanwhile, he is thinking, "My uncle never gives anyone this much attention. So what exactly did he see in this Gomong girl that he's treating her so importantly?" I really don't understand what's so special about her. And why does she always behave so strangely toward me? At the same time, we see the girl acting a little aloof and thinking, why does this Lou guy keep staring at me? Whatever. What do I care? I'll do my job. To hell with everything else. It doesn't matter to me anyway. Besides, Uncle is paying me. Meanwhile, the driver is thinking, these two would make such a great couple. If I could set them up together, it would be amazing. The scene shifts again. Before long, they have arrived at the Liu residence. We're here. Please wait outside for a moment. Then the man comes over and says, listen, let's go inside together. Uncle, you haven't come here in 20 years anyway. Grandma will be happy to see you. As soon as he says that, his uncle becomes extremely happy. Yeah, all right, let's go in together. The scene shifts and we now see their house. They have already arrived. Inside the room, the grandmother is lying on the bed. A doctor is also there saying, her condition is extremely bad. It's very serious. At this point, we'll have to perform surgery. Then a man says, performing surgery will be very difficult because the old lady won't be able to endure it. So what should we do? If we don't perform surgery, then what else can we do? This lady doctor is actually a member of the family. Meanwhile, another doctor supports her and says, I think Miss Liu is right. We should perform the surgery and you should lead it. Everyone agrees. Okay. The girl becomes happy and says, all right then, let's begin the surgery. Just then we see Go Mong arrive and say, the patient's condition is already extremely terrible and you people are seriously planning to perform surgery? What do you think is going to happen? Do you think she'll stay alive during the operation? She'll die right there on the table. As soon as she says that, the other girl immediately responds, hey, who are you? And what nonsense are you talking about? Who even allowed you to come in here? This girl is also judging her appearance. Her clothes aren't even proper. Who knows why she came here? Does she even have any medical knowledge? Meanwhile, we see Go Meng walk over and start observing Grandma carefully. Then that girl comes over again and says, hey, who let you come inside? Get out. Leave. Get out of here. She keeps scolding her nonstop, but Go Meng doesn't say anything. Then Go Meng suddenly says, just 2 days. Hey. At that moment, Liu also speaks up. Will she really recover in just 2 days? Her illness has been going on for an entire year. How could she recover within 2 days? Then Go Meng replies, I'll bring her back to consciousness within 1 hour, and I'll completely cure her within 2 days. After hearing that, the girl looks at her and says, third brother, you've arrived. Then she realizes that something else is going on here. What did you just say? You'll cure her in 2 days and wake her up within 1 hour? Are you even in your senses? What is this? Where did you come from? Tell me. I really want to know. What kind of method are you planning to use on Grandma? Then we see Go Meng mention acupuncture. Acupuncture? Oh, we've never tried that before. After hearing that, the doctor girl immediately says, no, nothing like that. What are you all thinking? Absolutely not. This could be very dangerous. At the same time, all the doctors begin giving their opinions and advice. Everyone starts discussing it among themselves. Then Uncle arrives and says, Chengzhao, look, I don't know whether you'll believe me or not, but this girl is incredibly skilled. Honestly, I feel that in this entire world, nobody could possibly possess greater medical skills than her. After hearing all of this, that man finally agrees. All right, arrange a room and everything for Miss Go. She'll be staying here for 2 days. The man agrees. The girl is about to say something, but then we see her brother not saying a word and simply clinging to her. At the same time, Go Meng quickly ties up her hair into a bun and starts preparing herself. She takes out her needles and says, all right, I'm ready. Then the man says, Grandma, please trust Miss Go a little. She'll heal you. The scene shifts. We see Go Meng begin the treatment. She has officially started treating her. Meanwhile, that girl says, Grandma is in shock, and what are you even doing? She's drawing blood out through her hands. Has she gone crazy? What nonsense is this? Then she continues, I don't know what kind of trick she used on my brother, but she's definitely not going to fool us. She walks over and tries to stop Gomong, but then we see Gomong stick a needle into her. As soon as she does that, she says, Look, I allowed you to stay here so you could watch how I treat her. Fine, watch all you want. But instead, you're interfering with my work, and that's absolutely not okay with me. So you should leave. After hearing that, the girl exclaims, Hey, you sealed the nerve in my hand. The scene shifts again. It is already nighttime, and we see another part of the house. Aunt has arrived and says, Chengjiao, is this really how you're going to treat your own family members? Tell me. This woman is another aunt from the Liu family, their aunt, basically. Then we see another girl arrive. She is crying terribly and saying, Aunt, don't worry. Auntie will definitely make things right. She'll help you. Meanwhile, all of them are making a huge amount of noise. They're being way too noisy, Gomang says. Anyway, we see that man say, All right, you focus on your work. I'll get rid of these people. But as soon as he says that, Gomang thinks, Get rid of them? Damn. I heard he's the head of this place, yet he can't even control his own family members. I have no idea how he became the head in the first place. Meanwhile, they continue talking. Third brother. That girl is looking at him too. She is thinking, I had no idea who brought this outsider here. And now I find out that my own brother brought her. Wow, wonderful. You haven't even been here for 20 years. What right do you have to come here now? Tell me. Oh, right, you already lost the right to even call yourself my brother. Now we find out that this woman was actually his aunt, not his aunt by marriage. Anyway, she continues, Did you come here to see whether mother is going to die or not, so that you can get your share of the inheritance? As she keeps speaking against her brother, we suddenly hear a voice from behind. Then Chengjiao says, I seriously don't have any energy left to listen to your nonsense. I already told you, if you people don't know your place, I'll teach it to you. Louis, hurry up and get these people out of here. As soon as he orders his assistant, the assistant step forward and start dragging them away. Then the woman shouts, Louis, how dare you? You damn servant, stay within your limits. Everyone starts yelling and arguing. Then that man arrives again. The woman says, Brother. But before she can continue, he pulls the needle out of her hand. Then he says, Stop interfering with Miss Go's treatment, all right? Now leave. As soon as he says that, we see him looking directly at Gomang while she continues doing her work. Even the doctor woman is staring with her eyes wide open, but whether she likes it or not, she is forced to leave. At the same time, Uncle is standing there watching everything unfold. Then the man comes back and continues observing. A little while later, we see that half an hour has already passed, and the girl has completed her work. Immediately after finishing, she comes outside and says, Lou, my work is done. The patient will regain consciousness within half an hour. Really? Thank you so much. The uncle keeps thanking her. Thank you so much, Gomang. Uncle Lou, don't thank me yet. Thank me after she wakes up. At that moment, that man also comes over and thanks her. There's no need for that. She replies rather coldly to him, then she starts walking away. I'm tired. I need some rest. All right. Louis is outside. He'll take you to your room, okay? At the same time, we notice that the man is holding the same needle in his hand, meaning he's examining it or doing something with it. The scene shifts. We see Gomang come outside and look around. There's no one here. So, where am I supposed to go? She starts wandering around and checking the area, but as soon as she looks ahead, she notices something. What is going on over there? Then we find out that there are a lot of people outside trying to catch her. That woman says, yes, that's her. Then she orders her bodyguards, take her away immediately, and she continues mocking her. She'll wake up within 1 hour. She'll completely recover within 2 days. Are you drunk or something? By now, Gomang has already understood exactly what is happening here. Just as she is about to say something, the guards move forward to attack her. At that very moment, that man arrives and says, Who dares attack a guest of the Liu family? Tell me. He personally steps forward. As soon as he arrives, the woman says, "Third brother, what exactly are you doing?" Even she looks a little shocked. Then he says, "Your grandmother has already regained consciousness." What? Grandma really woke up? As soon as she asks that, the man replies, "Yeah, it seems Miss Go does have some medical knowledge after all." Of course she does. Everyone already knows that. The woman says this while basically praising herself. As she keeps talking, the man looks at her and thinks, "She's kinda cute." The scene shifts again. Go Mong starts performing more treatment on Grandma. As we see her treating her, many needles are inserted into Grandma's hands, and blood is even flowing out from them. Then that woman arrives again and says, "What exactly are you doing?" She has come back once again to interfere, but this time Cheng Zhao steps in between them. As soon as he does, the woman says, "Cheng Zhao, Grandma is in shock. Don't you know that? And you're allowing her to drain Grandma's blood like this? Do you even have any idea what's happening?" But the man replies, "Since apparently I still have some value in your eyes, let me tell you something. I still have patience, too. Understand?" The woman doesn't back down. "You're gambling with Grandma's life, understand? I won't allow it. You witch, get away from Grandma." As soon as she says that, she once again moves toward Gomong and tries to grab her hand. Then Gomong says, "Well, I didn't throw you out because I wanted to show you how I treat my patients. But it looks like I'm not going to let you off anymore." At the same time, she grabs the woman's hand. The woman shouts, "What kind of method are you even using? There's no scientific basis behind your treatment at all. Grandma won't recover. She'll die instead. Can you afford to take responsibility for her life? Tell me." Then Go Mong replies, "I already told you that I'll cure her, so stop interfering in the middle. Got it? Now get out of here." With that, she pushes her away and throws her out. But we see that girl still staring at her angrily. Then another girl comes over and says, "Miss, we should leave from here. Let's wait outside. Once the treatment is over, we'll deal with her." The girl leaves furiously and says, "Fine. Cheng Zhao is here, that's why I can't touch her right now. But just meet me outside, I'll show you." Damn you, she's messing around with my grandmother and claims she'll cure her in 1 hour. Just wait. You're not leaving here alive. The scene shifts. About half an hour later, we see that Go Mong has performed another round of treatment. A lady says, "Miss, please come this way." Meanwhile, Go Mong is walking forward when she suddenly notices something ahead. There are a lot of people gathered there, all waiting to catch her. Then the girl asks, "Jiang, did Grandma wake up?" "No, she's still unconscious. She's about to wake up." As soon as that conversation happens, the girl says, "Wow, I knew something like this would happen." Then another man arrives and says, "That's her. She's the one who used that strange treatment method. Catch her." This man is actually the fourth son of the Liu family. Basically, he's Cheng Zhao's uncle. As soon as he says that, another uncle arrives and says, "What did you just say? Strange treatment method. What nonsense are you talking about? Where's your evidence?" Then the doctor woman comes forward and says, "I know what she did. She stuck needles into Grandma and even drew blood out. On top of that, she's claiming that she'll cure Grandma within 1 hour. Then another girl says, "Why are you wasting time here? Go and perform surgery on Grandma." Meanwhile, the uncle steps forward and says, "I'd like to see who dares lay a hand on her." He stands in front of Go Mong and protects her. Then another man says, "Damn it, Lu Songjing, don't forget. You were kicked out of here 20 years ago. 2 and 1. As the counting continues, we see that when she says 1, she closes her eyes. A moment later, the door opens. At the same time, Cheng Zhao comes out. As soon as he steps outside, he says, "Grandma has woken up." The moment he says that, everyone is shocked. What? Grandma woke up? Everyone is stunned. Even that girl says, "Grandma really woke up?" All the doctors are shocked too. Yesterday she wasn't improving at all, and today she woke up. How is that even possible? Meanwhile, that girl runs over and says, "Impossible, I can't believe it." Then Cheng Zhao says, "Who dared try to touch my guest? Tell me." The guards don't dare say a single word. Meanwhile, Gomong starts leaving. Before leaving, she takes something out of her pocket and writes a prescription inside a diary, listing several medicines. Then she says, "These medicines are for 1 week. Please make sure she takes them." The man agrees. At the same time, he thinks, wow, her handwriting is incredibly beautiful. This guy's practically falling in love with her handwriting. Then Gomong says, "Uncle Lu, I have a lot of things to take care of. I have some work to do, so I need to leave now." And with that, she starts walking away. Then Cheng Zhao calls out, "Miss Go." As soon as he calls her, she turns around and says, "Yes? What happened?" Then he asks, "Well, when will the next treatment session be?" When he asks again, she replies, "For now, keep giving Madam the medicines I prescribed for 1 week. Those medicines will help her heal. After that, we'll decide what to do next and when to continue." Then she says, "Uncle, I really have some work to do, so I need to leave now." The man is left wondering what suddenly happened to her. Then someone else asks, "Uncle Songjing, where did you even find this girl?" He replies, "She's a friend of one of my friends. I heard she knows about acupuncture, so I brought her here. I thought we should at least give it a try. Anyway, I have some work to do as well, so I need to leave too." Then the uncle also leaves. The scene shifts. We see Go Mang return to her own area. Suddenly, her phone starts ringing. A voice comes from the other side. "Whenever I call you, you always hang up on me. Why? And every time I try to video call you, you disconnect immediately. Why?" As soon as she hears that, she says, "I'm about to hang up right now, too." Then the man quickly says, "No, no, no, wait, wait, wait." The scene shifts again. We see the man talking to himself. "This girl never talks to me properly." Now, this man is actually the leader of the Shadow Alliance, a group of hackers, and until now, he has never even seen Gomung in person. Meanwhile, he is thinking, whenever I call her, her voice always sounds different. I can never tell whether she's a boy or a girl. I seriously can't figure out who she really is. Because Gomung herself is a top-tier hacker. Right now, that man is thinking, I just want to meet her. It's been 8 years and our alliance is still standing strong. Now we find out that it has been 8 years. There is an alliance called White Fox, and it was the Shadow Alliance that originally discovered them. Internationally, they used to be ranked second, but within just 6 months, they rose to the #1 position, and there wasn't a single hacker left who could hack them. In simple terms, no hacker managed to break into their team. That's the simple truth. Meanwhile, White Fox is currently at the very top and is considered the most dangerous hacker group. Until now, nobody has successfully hacked them. No matter who tried, no one managed to break through their defenses. That's basically what's going on. Then the man says, "By the way, I've already transferred the payment for the last assignment into your account. Don't forget to check it." As he says that, he adds, "There's another job available. We just need to find someone. The client is willing to pay 1 billion. As soon as he says that, the girl asks, "Find someone?" The man starts explaining everything. "It's nothing major. I heard about this person. They're a doctor, and apparently they appeared in the Middle East about 2 years ago. They know acupuncture and are highly skilled at it. Nobody even knows whether they're a man or a woman. Maybe it's a man. They have short hair." After hearing that, the girl asks, "Who assigned this task?" "Oh, it was Mr. Liu from Suzhou." As soon as he mentions the name, the girl looks surprised and asks, "On how many platforms has this task been posted?" The man replies, "Nothing much. On the Shadow Alliance platform and at least 3 others." "Why are you asking so many questions?" The girl replies, "No reason. Just asking." Then the man asks, "So, are you going to take the job?" But the girl refuses. Right then, the call ends. A cab arrives in front of her. The girl calls the cab and says, "Please take me to the northern area, to this address right here." The driver replies, "All right, miss, let's go." The scene shifts. We see that she has arrived at the location. As soon as she gets there, she notices a robot standing in front of her. The robot says, Hello, Miss Gomang. Miss Jiang is watering the plants right now. Just walk straight for about 150 meters and you'll find her. With that, the robot completes the verification process and thanks her. After hearing all that, the girl replies, all right, all right. As she walks ahead, she finally finds the girl named Jin Yang. As soon as Jin Yang sees her, she happily says, Go, Mong. The moment she sees her, she becomes excited. You came to meet me. This girl is actually Go Mang's friend, basically her best friend. Meanwhile, Go Mang says, all right, all right. The scene shifts again. Jin Yang invites Go Mang into her house and says, I made this myself. Take a look. I even added sugar to it. You'll like it. At that moment, Go Mang thinks, it looks like she's recovered now. That's good. It's been a long time since I met her, and she's gradually getting better. Then we see her friend sit down, looking hesitant to say something. Go Mang asks, tell me, what do you want to ask? Then the girl says, I want to go to work with you. Like, I want to go somewhere outside. I don't want to stay here anymore, okay? I don't want to be a burden on anyone. I want to work too. Everything is becoming more expensive. But Go Mang replies, oh, so you want to come with me? You're not even old enough to earn money yet. But neither are you? Then Go Mang says, I can fight. As soon as she says that, the girl is shocked. You can fight? Wait, do you earn money by fighting people? Hold on, take off your clothes. Let me check if you have any injuries. Did you get hurt somewhere? Wait, take off your clothes. Let me check. She becomes extremely hyper. Then Go Mang says, listen, I also have computer skills. I earn money by developing software. Understand? After hearing that, the girl can't say anything. Don't worry, I don't fight with people. I just hit them. Oh, right. The girl is extremely surprised. Go Mang can do so much at such a young age, and I can't do anything. Meanwhile, we see the girl stand up and say, don't worry, okay? You don't want to stay here, but why exactly don't you want to live in this place? As soon as she asks that question, the girl replies, I want to find a part-time job too. I want to earn money on my own. Go Mang, you know I can take care of myself, but right now I'm not able to. I don't want to keep depending on you anymore. At the same time, she is also thinking to herself. She was thinking, I don't want to be a burden on anyone anymore. Meanwhile, we see the girl say, oh, so you want to earn money? Yes, I want to earn money. With that, Go Mang said, all right then, let's make a deal. You have to pass this year's college entrance exam first. After that, you need to study at a good university. Then, after graduating, you'll be able to get a job. Listen, for the tuition fees, just take a loan from me. Later, when you graduate and start earning, you can pay me back comfortably. Then the girl asks, and what about you? Me? Ah, don't worry about me. I'll rent a place somewhere near your school. It's fine. Hearing that, the girl is a little surprised. Meanwhile, we see Go Mang calmly eating her food. Then the girl says, Go Mang, how about we do something? Let's go to school together. Why don't you prepare for the exams with me, and then both of us can take the entrance test together? How does that sound? But we see that Go Mang doesn't say anything. Her friend then asks, Go Mang, we agreed that we would go to school together, right? Then why did you bring me to City Ming? Tell me. She keeps asking her all those questions. Just then, we see Uncle Lu arrive. He says, sorry, I'm late. Go Mang, you said there was something urgent. Tell me, what is it? As soon as he asks that, we see Go Mang saying, my friend and I both want to join school, so please arrange 2 seats for us. The moment she says that, Uncle Lu is completely shocked. What? What did you just say? You want to go to school? Why? What happened? Can't I go to school? As soon as she says that, her friend thinks, damn, if Go Mang keeps this attitude in school, nobody is going to like her. And now I understand why she didn't want to go to school in the first place. Uncle Lu says, no, it's not like that. Well, I just can't believe it. I really can't believe that you actually want to go to school. Then Go Mong says, go arrange it. Basically, she's straight up giving orders to Uncle Lou. Uncle Lou replies, all right, but young lady, there are rules in school that you'll have to follow. But we see Go Mong staring directly at Uncle Lou. Meanwhile, Uncle Lou continues, still, don't create any trouble. I won't be able to handle major people if problems start happening. In the end, Go Mong finally agrees. She says, I'll be a good student. As soon as she says that, Uncle Lou replies, that's good. If you become a good student, then there won't be any problems for me. Then Uncle Lou says, all right, I'll arrange it. There's a middle school where Lu Yi and Lu Young are already studying. The girl replies, okay, but Jin Young and I are both going to attend that school. Please make sure everything is arranged properly. Uncle Lou says, it'll all be done by this afternoon. The scene shifts. We see a girl walking outside. People nearby are talking. I heard a new restaurant opened around here. The girl replies, yeah, let's go check it out. Then someone says, hey, that's Uncle Lou. Look, that's Uncle Lou. And that girl, she's probably your relative, right? Look how beautiful she is. But we see Lu Yi saying, no, it's nothing like that. My dad was working with some poor people on a project. She's probably one of them. Oh, I see. Now it makes sense. Then the girl says, yeah, I have nothing to do with her. Come on, let's go and mind our own business. With that, Go Mong is already sitting inside the car, but Lu Yi keeps staring at Go Mang the whole time. The scene shifts again. Now we see the inside of a taxi. Jin Yang, this is the place where we're going to live, okay? Go Mong is showing the place to her friend. Then she looks at her and asks, what happened? Are you feeling uncomfortable? After the surgery I performed, it's possible you might feel a little uncomfortable, so tell me. But her friend replies, no, it's nothing like that. I'm completely fine now. I can even use the bathroom normally again. It feels really good. Her friend says this with a smile. Meanwhile, Go Mong nods in agreement. Just then, a message arrives on Go Mang's phone. It's from one of her colleagues. Mang, please be careful. Lu Chengzhou has put out a bounty to find a miracle doctor. In other words, he's trying to find you. The girl replies, all right then, let's see how capable he really is. The scene shifts. We see that they have arrived at the place. Her friend says, wait, this is the place? She looks at it and is a little shocked. But Go Mong says, come on, let's go inside. I'm here with you. With that, the two of them start walking. However, her friend says, Go Mong, please don't tell me we're actually going to live here. Go Mong replies, yes, yes, we're going to live right here. I've heard about this place. Her friend says, but this is where really important and wealthy people live. We can't stay here. Don't worry, it's my friend's house. He rented it out to me, so there's nothing for us to worry about. Go Mong calmly explains everything to her friend, and in the end, her friend does understand it, but still. The scene shifts. We see the two girls entering the room, or rather the house called Sea Palace. Now pay close attention. The two girls are holding each other's hands. Meanwhile, if a guy holds someone's hand, people start calling him all sorts of things. Sometimes this, sometimes that. Anyway, whatever. It had already become night, and this girl had to go to work. So she says that and starts leaving. Her friend also says, all right, take care of yourself. Now her friend has no idea what Go Mong actually does. Anyway, in the end, we see that Go Mong literally jumps down from the railing above. Seriously, she jumps straight off the roof. Whatever the case, she safely makes her way to the place she needs to go. Before leaving, she also tells her friend, send me all the information and details. The girl replies, okay, okay. The scene shifts. We see that she has arrived at the place where she has work to do. There were a few people there, and this girl beat them up thoroughly without any mercy. All of them are already lying on the ground. Then she retrieves all the information. Those people were also carrying some photos. They were photos of Go Meng when she was 15 years old, and the girl in the photo looked exactly like her. In other words, it was actually her. The girl thinks Lu Chengzhou. You won't be able to find me today. Don't worry. Meanwhile, we see that she has erased all the data. She says, I need to destroy all the information as well. Within a short time, she completely deletes all the data. After deleting everything, she starts leaving. Just then, she notices an alarm system, or rather, a speaker in front of her. She thinks, well, if I'm leaving anyway, why not say hi and hello to these people? So she starts greeting them. The scene shifts. The alarms are blaring and warning messages are being broadcast everywhere. Meanwhile, that man arrives. Everyone says Mr. Lu. The photo of the divine doctor has been stolen. Also, all the internet data and records have completely disappeared from the database. The man says this while trembling in fear. At the same time, we see that he has been beaten up pretty badly. Then Lu says, you people are really doing a great job of ruining my reputation. The man replies, sorry, sir, we failed. Please give us whatever punishment you think is appropriate, Lu says. There's no need for that. Just tell me besides. White Fox, who else could hack our system? Could this be the work of the Shadow Alliance, the man replies. Shadow Alliance, yes, it's possible, then do one thing. Throw money at the Shadow Alliance. If possible, offer them an extra 100 million and try again. Maybe they'll accept. The scene shifts. We see her friend saying, they're willing to offer another 100 million. Would you like to take it? I mean, will you accept their offer? But the girl refuses. Oh, so you're rejecting them again this time. Yes, these people have clearly lost their minds. Well, that's fine. My mind is messed up too. Saying that the girl throws everything into a trash bin. The scene shifts. A man asks, did they accept the offer? But the other man shakes his head. All right, forget it. It's fine, but keep a close eye on. Go Meng. The man replies, okay, with that, the scene shifts. Now we see the next day at school. Uncle Lu has arrived there. The principal says, Dr. Lu, perhaps you already know what's going on. I absolutely can't do something like this. Even if I use all my authority, I can't place them directly into the 12th grade. This is the school principal, and he is a bit hesitant about giving them admission. Anyway, he says, how about this? He'll give both of them a test. That way I can see whether they truly belong in the 12th grade. Based on their performance, he'll divide them into the appropriate classes. Meanwhile, Uncle Lu is asking Go Meng, but Go Meng replies that won't be necessary. He'll go to the worst class, and Jin Yang will go to the best class because she's much smarter. Uncle Lu asks why. Why are you two going to different classes? Go Meng replies, because my friend studies very well while I'm terrible at studying. With that, the principal says, then there's no problem at all. She can join class 1 and you can go to class 20. He'll call the teachers. As they are discussing all this, Uncle Lu starts thinking. Class 1 and class 20. Well, Lu Yi studies in class 1 and Lu Yang is in class 20. The two people studying in class 20 are Lu Yang now. Who are these two? They are actually siblings from the Lu family. Anyway, we see that the teacher says, forget it, whatever. At least it won't be that embarrassing. That is what Uncle Lu is saying. With that, he walks over to Meng and says, listen, my work here is done, and I have some other things to take care of as well. So I'm leaving now. If you need anything, just give me a call. The girl thanks him and says, thank you, Uncle. Please take care of yourself. Take care of yourself. With that, he leaves. The principal also says, Director Lu, take care of yourself. The girl says, goodbye, Uncle. Bye-bye. Anyway, the scene shifts. We see that Miss Lu and Miss Tsai are there, who are the class teachers. Both of them are checking the students' results and thinking about whether these two should be admitted into their classes or not. Meanwhile, the other teacher is thinking, this girl, Go Meng, is seriously terrible. Her grades are so bad. How is it even possible to score 0 in every subject? Maybe she actually knows everything and did it on purpose. The other teacher says, Principal, are you really sure you want to send her to our class? The principal nods yes, but the teacher starts shouting, Do you even know that our class is the top class in the entire school? She hasn't even properly graduated from elementary school yet. Do you really think she belongs in our class? The teacher is angry and says, I absolutely disagree. She has already refused, but the principal says, Miss Liu, you are a teacher, and you should pay attention to your language. I believe you can teach students properly. He keeps explaining all these things. Then teacher Liu says, I think Miss Tsai's class would be much better for her because all the strange students end up there anyway. It'll suit her more. She is clearly mocking Miss Tsai. Meanwhile, Miss C thinks, Forget it, it's okay. The students in our class may not get good grades, but they are very kind by nature. Then the principal says, All right, Jin Yang will be sent to your class, Miss Liu, and Go Mong will go to your class, Miss C. Do you have any objections? Miss C immediately replies, No, I have no objections, principal. Don't worry, I'll do my best and teach them with all my heart. Hearing this, the other teacher becomes even angrier. Meanwhile, Mong's friend is thinking, Now I'm going to be separated from my friend. If someone bullies me, what am I going to do? Go Mong immediately understands and says, Listen, don't worry. Your classroom isn't very far from mine. If anything happens, just come to me. I'll know right away. The girl says, Okay. Then teacher Liu says, Listen, I'm warning you beforehand. Our class is class 1, the top class. If your grades aren't good, then don't expect me to treat you kindly. The girl replies, Okay, ma'am. The teacher adds, And to improve the quality of the class, there's no need for you to sit inside the classroom. For the next 2 weeks, you'll attend class standing up. Understood? After hearing all this, the girl gets nervous. Then Go Mang interrupts and says, Wait a second. She steps in and says, I've changed my mind. Then she turns to the principal and says, Sir, let's do one thing. Jin Yang, come here. She walks over to the principal and says, Put Jin Yang in my class too. I want both of us to be in class 20 together. As soon as she says that, the principal becomes happy. Meanwhile, teacher Liu says angrily, What do you mean by that? Are you making fun of me? This girl is mocking me. She should be grateful to be in my class, and instead she's rejecting me. The principal asks, Are you sure? If that's what you want, then there's no problem. It's actually a good thing that both of you will be in the same class. Go Mang nods. Yes, the teacher says, All right then, we'll do exactly what you want. Meanwhile, teacher Liu is still furious. She says, You're going to regret this. I'm leaving. With that, she storms off. Then the principal explains things to Miss Tsai. He says, Look, I'm entrusting the future of these 2 children to you. I'm counting on you. The teacher replies, Don't worry, I'll make sure they have a bright future. The scene shifts. We now see the hostel. The teacher is there and says, Although class 20 isn't as good as class 1, I'll still teach you both with all my heart. Jin Yang immediately thanks her. Then Miss C says, Go, Mong, I want to ask you a question. I hope you don't mind. As soon as she asks, the girl nods and says, Go ahead. When she turns around, she seriously looks incredibly beautiful. Not just to me, even the teacher finds her extremely pretty. The teacher smiles and says, Tell me something, I saw your grades. Why are they so low? Go Mong thinks for a moment and says, Do you mean why all my marks are 0? That's because while everyone else was taking the exam, I was sleeping. She is clearly lying on purpose. The teacher says, All right, that's fine. I'll give both of you half a day off. Go and bring all the things you need and make sure to come back to class on time, okay? Jin Young immediately says thank you. With that, both girls come outside and start waiting for a bus. The girl says, All right, I need to buy a few things now. They continue waiting. Just then, a G-Wagon arrives in front of them, and inside is none other than Lu Chengzhou. He steps out and says, Miss Go. The moment he looks ahead, he sees Miss Go standing there. The girl was looking at him too and thinking this guy looks way too attractive. At the same time, we see Lou thinking this girl is also incredibly attractive. What is going on? I want to see just how beautiful this girl really is. Then Lou stops his G-Wagon and asks, "Where are you going?" The girl replies, "I'm going to the mall." "All right then, I'll drop both of you there." Lou offers them a ride, but we see Jin Yang refusing. She says, "You go ahead. I am not coming." The reason is that she is extremely scared of men. Maybe she has some kind of trauma behind it. Then we see Go Mang saying, "Come on, let's go." And she practically drags her along by force. The scene shifts. The girl says, "Let's go to Straight Light Plaza." "Thank you." The scene shifts again. We see them sitting inside the G-Wagon. Lou is thinking, this is the first time I've seen a girl playing games. Then he asks, "So you transferred here?" The girl nods and says, "Yes, miss." "Go, you saved my grandmother and I still haven't paid you any consultation fee." As soon as he says that, the girl asks, "Oh, really? Then how much are you planning to pay?" Just look at Jin Yang. She is absolutely terrified. At the end, we see the girl winning the game as well. Then Lou says, "First, let's exchange our WeChat accounts. After that, I'll transfer the money to you." The moment he says that, the driver suddenly slams the brakes on the G-Wagon. As soon as the brakes are hit, Jin Yang ends up moving forward and sitting near the front seat. The man immediately says, sorry, mister." "I accidentally pressed the brake pedal." Then Lou says, "If you don't know how to drive, then call someone else. Don't come yourself." The driver looks shocked and says, "Sorry, sir. Please forgive me." The reason he hit the brakes was because he was thinking. She suddenly asked for WeChat. Of course, I'm going to be shocked. The scene shifts. The man shares his WeChat account again. As soon as he says that to Miss Go, we see her staring at him. Then she shares her account as well. Well, unlike us, they don't exchange phone numbers. They exchange QR codes. Anyway, leaving that aside, we see Lou transfer 200,000 yuan into her account. The girl thanks him. Meanwhile, she is thinking, nice. Now that I have 200,000 yuan, my school and college fees will be covered. The scene shifts. Inside the school, a boy is talking. He says, "Bro, Yang, listen, this is huge news. A new girl has transferred here and she's unbelievably beautiful. This news has already spread throughout the entire school." The boy continues explaining, "This morning, when I was standing near the stairs, I saw Miss C bringing two girls with her. One of them seriously looked like a fairy. I'm telling you, she's incredibly beautiful." The guy is completely captivated by her. But the other boy, Yang, replies, "Ah, get lost. Why should I care?" The scene shifts. We see them at school. The teacher says, "You don't need to worry at all because the students here are very friendly and they'll help you a lot." At that moment, voices are coming from inside the classroom. Did you hear that? They said a new transfer girl is coming. Is she really as beautiful as a fairy? If she actually turns out to be a fairy, then I'll shave my head. They are deliberately teasing each other. Then the door opens. The teacher enters and says, "Silence today. I'm announcing two new students." As she says that, the first girl walks in. The moment everyone sees her, they immediately start judging. They say, "I knew it already. You should never trust that fat guy. Seriously, she's just average, completely average." Then our Gomong walks in from behind. The moment she enters, she honestly looks like a total boss girl, and her attitude leaves everyone completely stunned. To be honest, I don't know why, but I personally like girls with that kind of tough attitude more. Anyway, the moment she steps into the classroom, every single student is shocked. Some of them even drop their pens. Then both girls begin introducing themselves. At the same time, that boy is also staring in shock. He says, "Wait, go." Mang is here. Who this guy is will be revealed later. For now, he is extremely surprised. Then the teacher says, "Jin Yang, You can sit over on that chair. And go. Meng, you can come sit beside Lu Yang. This Lu Yang is actually related to Lu. Basically, he's the son of his uncle or elder uncle. You can consider him his cousin. We see Lu Yang becoming extremely happy. He thinks Go Mong is actually going to sit beside me. Everyone starts talking. Do you think this girl is going to beat him up? But others say, forget that. Just look at Lu Yang. Look how hard he's blushing. Anyway, Go Mong comes over and sits down. Now everyone's eyes are fixed on her. The teacher says, all right, that's enough. We have new students now. And with that, our class is about to begin. Take out the chemistry papers I gave you yesterday. We're going to solve the examples from them. The class begins. Lu Yang says, here you can study from my book. I'll lend it to you for a while. He offers her the book. But when Go Mong looks at it, she doesn't understand anything at all. Lu Yang says, listen. It's simple. You read it like this and this. He keeps explaining, but it doesn't affect her at all. Anyway, the guy sitting in front of Lu Yang suddenly says, Bro Yang, why is your face so red? Shut your mouth. Okay? After watching the two of them, Go Mong can't stop laughing. At the same time, Go Mong starts laughing and covering her mouth with her hand. Meanwhile, the scene shifts. Before anyone realizes it, the news has already spread throughout the entire classroom, and even the whole school that a new girl has arrived. Now all the boys are running around just to see her. Every single guy is rushing over saying, I'm going too. Going too. Then we see Gu Yin saying, what's going on? Did something happen in school today? Why is everyone running outside? A boy replies, haven't you heard? A new girl named Go Mang has transferred here. She's extremely beautiful. She's in class 20. Class 20. Oh, then her grades must be terrible. That's probably why she's in class 20. A boy wearing glasses says this. Then another boy says, Yin, listen, our exams are coming up. We need to prepare? Maybe you'll still remain the school flower after all. Okay. Now Gu Yin starts thinking, how did Go Mong end up in this school? And why did she come here? Why is she in Wuming City? She starts thinking, maybe she begged Uncle to get her admitted into this school. Then Queen says, don't say things like that. What if her grades aren't actually that bad? As soon as she says that, we see Lu Yi standing behind them looking completely shocked as well. Then a girl comes over and says, Lu Yi, look at this. Sha's practically a celebrity now. Look, she has even surpassed Gu Yin. Seriously, a new girl just arrived. What do you think? Do you know her? Have you ever seen her before? The girl replies, no. I've never seen her before today, but we see Lu Yi getting extremely annoyed because of Go Mong. She says, listen, I'm going outside to make a call. With that, Lu Yi walks outside to make a phone call. The scene shifts. She has called her aunt. Her aunt says, did you arrange for Go Mong to enroll in this school? Tell me who arranged all of this. She is yelling. Uncle says, come on, Lu Yang. Why are you getting so angry? Calm down. Yes. I'm angry? Of course it matters to me. Tell me why she was admitted into this school. Uncle replies, but you already know Lu Yang's condition. Has the worst student. But Go Mong is even worse than him. Tell me, what do you think? But the aunt is still extremely angry. She says, I don't care. Okay, get her out of here. Remove her immediately. Then another person arrives and says, it's fine. I don't want anything changed. This is actually Lu Yang himself, the same mischievous guy. He has arrived too. Then his mother says, look, I don't want to argue with you. Just look at her results yourself. Lu Yang checks the results. He says, wow, 0 marks in every subject. She turned out to be even worse than me. His aunt says, yeah, exactly. Look at that. Aren't you embarrassed? Lu Yang replies, no, I'm not embarrassed at all. That's actually a good thing. Then he starts explaining to his mother. Mom, listen. I don't want you making any plans because I already have plans of my own. I don't want to change my seat. Just listen to me. You know how angry I can get. Then he continues trying to calm her down. All right, Mom, don't be angry. Okay? It's already very late anyway. Let's go have a night snack. And he takes his mother away. The scene shifts. We see a hotel. There we see Gomang's colleague saying, here, eat this too. Gomang replies, listen, speak properly, okay? First, tell me how the situation is going. Why did you call me here? Do I really need to get involved in this? Her colleague says, of course, if I could handle it myself, would I bother you? Gomang says, all right, that's fine. Then tell me I already have a lot of things to do. I even have to take the university entrance exam. As soon as she says entrance exam, the other girl is shocked. She says a top-class hacker talking about taking an entrance test. Anyway, forget it. Listen, I can't hack this camera. I want you to hack it if you do. I'll give you a 10% share as soon as she offers 10% of the profits. Gomang refuses. She says it'll take 20%. Fine, deal done. The scene shifts. We see Gomang entering the restroom. She is inside the bathroom. Meanwhile, two girls are waiting outside. One says, seriously? I don't know who locked that stall. It still hasn't opened. The second girl says, let's just go to another restroom. The scene shifts. Now we see the inside of the bathroom. Gomang has opened her virtual computer and it looks incredibly advanced. She activates her virtual screen. Within moments, she hacks the camera system. Now the camera feed has gone completely blank. Meanwhile, a man monitoring the cameras is shocked. He says what's going on here. Then we see another man saying, why have so many of our cameras gone dark? Something is definitely happening. Report it to Mr. Liu immediately. Hurry up, after making the call, alarms begin going off. At the same time, Gomang sends a message saying, the job is done, you can withdraw now. Then we see Gomang trying to leave. She has put on a cap and starts walking away. But suddenly all the security guards become alert. They start saying, keep an eye on everyone who leaves and don't let anyone go out. At that moment, this girl is seen walking away. One of the men says, hey, black hat, stop right there. Where are you going? Now everyone has stopped her. The girl immediately understands that these people are here to catch her. Right away, she deletes all the data stored inside her watch. Then she turns around and stares directly at them. The moment she looks back, we see that Liu Chengzhou notices her as well. He says, Miss Go, what are you doing here? As soon as he speaks, the guards ask, Mr. Liu, is she your friend? Yes, she is my friend. Oh, sorry, miss. Please forgive us, we made a mistake and offended you. The girl doesn't say much. She simply says, it's okay. With that, Liu starts escorting her outside. He asks, what are you doing in heaven at this hour of the night? The girl replies, I'm just earning some money. Earning money? Do you really have a shortage of money? Liu asks this question. The girl replies, Mr. Liu, maybe you don't know this, but yes, I really do need money. Wait a minute. I can't believe he still hasn't checked my background. I wonder why he never did. Liu says, but I already gave you 200,000 yuan this morning. The girl replies, but I don't want to depend on just one source of money. I don't want to rely on that alone. Liu says, all right then. Fine. Let me at least drop you back to school. But the girl refuses. She says, no. I have a friend who is coming to pick me up. At the same time, we see a car arriving. The car has come to pick her up, and the driver is none other than her friend. The girl gets into the car and says, goodbye, Mr. Liu. Meanwhile, Liu watches the car drive away and thinks, I have no idea where she got a car like that from. And suddenly her friend appeared too. After that, he heads back. As soon as he enters his office, we see two of his friends sitting there. One of them says, Joe, how did you come back so quickly? Another guy says, bro, listen. The Shadow Alliance deal has caused trouble again. It feels like the work of Tail, the Nine Tails group. As soon as he says that, Mr. Liu replies, "No, I don't think they have the ability to pull something like this off. Someone else is behind all of this." The second guy asks, "Who could it be? Could it be the legendary white fox? Or someone else? Maybe someone has secretly been helping them behind our backs." That's possible too, and with that, this episode comes to an end. Now, you guys tell me how you like this video. So guys, how are all of you doing? Welcome everyone to Manhwa Reality. At the start of the episode, we see a scene inside a car. Here we see that girl, the one who is with Gumang. That girl says, "So tell me, what's going on between you and that Lu guy, Lu Chung? Tell me properly." Well, we see Gumang saying, "Nothing is going on between us." At the same time, we see the girl thinking that these two keep going around together, so there must definitely be something going on between them. Then Gumang says, "Listen, I'm a doctor, okay? And he is a patient's family member. So obviously, what kind of relationship could there be between us? You tell me." "Fine. Whatever it is, but yes, take care of yourself whenever you deal with him." Now that girl also says, yeah, I know. Whenever I'm with him, I always stay alert." Then we see her friend saying, "All right, anyway, I've already achieved my target for this year, so now I'll have to go to Europe. You take care of yourself. And yes, finish your school and pass 12th grade." After hearing this, the girl doesn't say anything. The scene shifts. We now see the next day's scene inside the school. Gumong is walking toward her classroom. As she keeps walking, everyone is just staring at her, as if they've seen something unbelievable. Seriously, after watching this scene, it feels like Gumong is some top-level celebrity. I mean, even I don't get this kind of feeling at my own home. Now we see the classroom scene where there is a lot of noise and chaos. Then her friend says, "Kumeng, you're here. Did you eat anything? Here, I brought breakfast for you." This is the same friend, as you already know. Then we see Gumong saying, "Tell me one thing, did you do my homework?" The girl says, "Yeah, I did it with my left hand. Your handwriting is so bad, that's why I used my left hand. Look, you can't even tell the difference." Then Gumong says, Yeah, you've really made sure to put me down, okay? Stop insulting me." With that, the girl walks away laughing, saying, "Ha, whatever." Then we see her entering the class. All the boys are secretly staring at her, trying not to get caught so she doesn't notice them. As soon as she reaches her desk, we see there are lots of love letters waiting there for her. After seeing all this, that guy says, "You know, a lot of people sent these last night because there was a free period at that time." Then we see Gumong picking up all the letters and throwing every single one of them into the trash. She even lifts the trash bin and starts taking it to throw everything away. But then we see that Guy has already arrived there. He says, "Go to your seat, I'll throw the trash away." After seeing this, his friend says, "Oh shit, Yang, what is he doing? Since when did this class bully become a hero?" Then we see the girl sitting in front, but everyone is still staring at her, wondering what's going on. At that moment, she opens her phone. Inside, people are chatting. One guy is saying, "Campus Beauty Gumang has reached the top," and all kinds of things like that are being discussed. Now, these people are talking in a WhatsApp group. They had conversations and discussions, but none of them deleted the photos. In fact, dangerous and embarrassing photos of Gumang have been uploaded in the campus group. That's what is going on. The scene shifts again. Now we see Class 12, Section 1. Their teacher, Miss Liu, is shouting loudly at everyone. She says, "What exactly were you all doing in Class 20 during yesterday's free period? Tell me, have you all gotten too much free time? Don't you have homework? I'm telling you, if any of your marks are bad, all of you will be punished." She keeps scolding them badly. Now all the students have gone silent. Then she says, "What do you all think? Tell me. Can a student who gets 0 marks in every exam become the school beauty? No, she cannot." Now she starts making baseless accusations against Gumong. "Campus beauty? What kind of joke is this? Tell me. Do you even have eyes? Did you even check properly? I'm warning all of you." The teacher keeps scolding them nonstop. The scene shifts again. Now we see a free period scene. Young is walking and saying, "Tell me once, what kind of things do girls like?" The other guy says, "Why? Is this for Mong?" He replies, "Mind your own business. Just tell me." The other guy says, "I don't know much, but don't think too much. Still, I'll tell you one thing. I wasn't planning to tell you, but she likes sweet things." The two are talking. Then we see 2 girls behind them talking to each other. They say, "Did you hear what Miss Liu said? Yeah, she's seriously spreading weird rumors, saying Gumong gets 0 marks and all that nonsense." After hearing all this, that guy overhears them too. Then the girls say, "Hey, talk quietly. He'll hear us." After saying this, they start leaving. At that moment, the guy asks, "Why exactly was Miss Liu saying such bad things?" The scene shifts again. This guy comes and kicks the office door hard, as if it belongs to his father. Anyway, the door opens. All the teachers are staring at him, thinking, "Is this really a student?" Then we see he has entered. His friend has also arrived. His friend says, "Shit, man, I got a little late. I came running, but what's going to happen now?" Then this guy keeps searching and finally reaches the teacher. He says, "So, it was you, the one spreading lies about Gumong. So, you are the one making false accusations against Gumong. Huh, what happened? What do you want? Are you here to stand up for Gumong? Tell me, what problem do you have? And what kind of rude behavior is this? Tell me properly." Here the teacher is also speaking with attitude and says, "Is this what your teacher taught you, tell me?" Now this guy also says, "Hey, what do you think of yourself? What kind of teacher are you? Look at your own behavior. Okay, you do not even teach class 20 properly, so stop talking nonsense. Who is getting 0 marks and who is getting good marks?" This teacher also stands up now and says, "Talk with some respect. What nonsense are you speaking? Your dad may be the bureau chief, but that will not work here. If you are a student, then behave like a student. Can teachers not scold their students?" Now Young says, just because students in your class are not getting good marks, that does not mean you can say the worst and most disgusting things about them. That is not necessary. You have only seen the outside story. What do you even know about what is happening inside? Do you know anything about what is going on inside her? Do you know anything about her past? Do you even have any idea? After hearing all this, the teacher cannot even say anything because he has spoken so much. Then that guy says, "If something like this happened to you, then what these people should be expelled." Then the other miss also starts speaking and begins defending them. She says if they want to study, then they can study. "Oh, really, miss? So you're saying if your students want to study, then they can do very well. Fine, then why don't we make a bet?" Now these teachers are talking about making a bet. She says, "Look, last year the student who ranked 643. If even one student from your class manages to score above rank, 643, then I will apologize in front of everyone in front of the whole class. Tell me, how does that sound? Is that okay for you?" At the same time, Young is standing there and the teacher asks him too. She says, "Do you have that much courage? I am giving you this opportunity. Go." After hearing all this guy gets angry, but we see the teacher looking happy. She says, "What happened? Do you not have confidence? Tell me, can your student not score that much? After hearing all this, Miss does not say anything, but we see Gumang listening to everything. Then she says, fine, if you want to make a bet, then okay. I am ready for this bet. Then Gumang walks forward and says, fine, then I accept this bet. After saying this, she starts walking. As soon as she comes forward, both teachers are looking at her, and Miss is looking too, saying, Gumang, you are here. The scene shifts. Now this rumor has spread everywhere that a competition is going to happen here, meaning a bet has been placed. Now, let us see what happens. Next, we see the principal quickly making a call to Uncle Lou. He says this matter has happened, and the whole school is talking only about this and all this has happened. What do you think will happen? He explains everything on the call, but we see Uncle Lou saying, there is no need for you to worry. Gumang said she will handle it herself, so you do not need to worry. Uncle Lou says only this. Then the principal asks, can I ask something? Is the report in Gumang's file fake? As soon as he asks this, Uncle Lou says, there is no need for you to worry. Your school's glory will return to you. It was number one. It is number one, and it will remain number one. Okay, so do not think too much. After hearing this, the principal says nothing. He thinks, fine, if you are this confident, then I just want to know who exactly Gumang is. The scene shifts again. Inside the classroom, everyone is talking and blaming Yang. They say, have you gone crazy? Do you want all of us to get destroyed because of you? This guy is now giving a lecture in front of everyone, meaning he is motivating all of them. He says, guys, we can do this. Then someone says, yes. Yes, he is right. I am with you too. I like studying. But the problem is we do not understand anything. We cannot solve anything and all that. After hearing all this, another girl also says, yeah, that is true. But what are we supposed to do now? Everyone is troubled. Then we see Yang giving such a speech that this girl smiles and says, as a senior, I will always respect my juniors and I will always protect them. After hearing all this, the guy is shocked and says, what nonsense did he just say? The scene shifts again. We see somehow they managed to survive this class and everyone is heading toward the washroom. Then everyone was heading toward the washroom and all that, but we see this guy doing something completely different. He was busy playing basketball. I mean, his exams are coming, and this guy... Well, anyway, the scene shifts, and now we see the scene near Jin Young's desk, where one girl is sitting. Then one girl says, is it true? Did Gumang really agree to the bet? But even then, no one in the whole class is going to support her. Then another girl says, but Len Mong listened to us, that teacher always bullies our miss. So this issue is not just Gumang's issue, this is the issue of our whole class, even though our class has nothing to do with it. Another girl also supports and says yes. She always bullies our miss, and our miss is very honest toward us, and she is really very good. Then the scene shifts. We see Jin Young has come to Gumang and is telling her everything she says. It is really very hard. Honestly, it is difficult to study. Here Gumang asks, is it that hard? She says, yes, really, the whole school has different papers and different levels, and you already know the level of our school. I mean, if we could somehow get the high school exam pattern or some practice sets, then it would be much better. After hearing this, the girl says, yeah, but getting that is a bit difficult because I do not think we can get it. But we see Gumang saying, it is not difficult for me. I can hack it very easily. The scene shifts. We see the night scene where everyone is in their own rooms. But we see this girl taking out her computer and laptop and getting to work. She has entered her group and sent a message saying, this is the work she wants done, and everyone should do it quickly and send it. But we see everyone has already started doing the work because she is actually their leader. Then we see she has reached the data bank of NCU High School and is downloading the practice sets. At that moment, her friend comes and says, are you not going to sleep? Gumang says, yes, I am going to sleep now, okay? I will turn off the light before sleeping. Jin Young says, listen, Gumang, you need to sit with me. Okay, do not sit with Young. Sit with me from tomorrow. Okay, Gumang agrees. The scene shifts. We now see the next day, and only 3 or 4 days are left. One girl says, Jin, this is my problem. I have marked it. Please check it. This girl looks and says, okay, I will check it. But we see she cannot find the answer and cannot solve it herself because the question is very difficult. Poor girl is practicing by herself. Then as she moves toward the front, we see she finds a desk where the answer is already solved. She sees it and says, wow, this is solved in such an amazing way and in such a simple way. Wow, but who wrote this answer? But we see Gumong is sleeping, which means this must be her work. The scene shifts. We now see the test scene, meaning their exam is about to happen. Then we see that teacher herself has come here into their class. Everyone is talking and saying, how will cheating even happen? Then that teacher comes and says, surprise. Surprise, kids. None of you will be able to cheat because I am the one taking your exam. And with that, the exam starts. But we see Gumong is in her usual attitude. Then we see that girl is shocked after seeing the paper. She thinks, wow, the questions from the practice set. The exam questions are exactly the same. The questions are very similar. The scene shifts as time passes their exam, meaning their test is finished. Now everyone is coming outside. We see this girl has also come outside. Then Jin Young says, Gumong, do not tell anyone about those exam questions. Keep it secret. This is our secret. Gumong says this, and the girl says, okay. Okay, then we see Yang saying, damn that old woman, I do not know where she came from. I could not even cheat because of her. Then Gumong says to Jin Young, you go and eat something. Okay. Meanwhile, I will go ask Miss for permission. Because I need to go get some things. The girl says, okay. After hearing this, Yang says, Mung Mung, I am coming with you. Okay? The scene shifts. Now we see a station area, meaning a huge mall scene. There we see that guy asking, what are you going to buy here? This girl says, I want to buy some snacks. As soon as she says this, that guy is shocked and says, wow, this girl is so cute. This is amazing. The scene shifts. The guy says, Mang, tell me what else do you want? He picks up some cookies and all. Then the girl says, come let us drink 2 milk teas. Okay, 2 cups. Then as the girl arrives, a voice comes from behind. Wow, looks like 2 kids have fallen in love. Then we see Chung Chu has arrived here, and his people are also with him. After seeing this, that guy turns back and says, no, it is not like that. We just came here to buy some things. Chung Chu, what are you and your people doing here? This guy is shocked. At the same time, we see Lu Chung Chu has also arrived here. This guy looks so dangerous that even this girl is looking at him. But we see Gumong ignores him and quietly starts walking away. After seeing this, Lu Chung Chu thinks, wait a minute, what kind of stone-hearted person is she? At least she could have said, hi, hello. But then we see this guy also starts following her. Here Yang also tries to go with them, but his friends stop him. They say, where are you going now? Come with us. Hey, what happened? Come with us. Handle this first. Those guys were forcefully holding him back. Poor guy. They were not going to let him get close to her at all. Anyway, with that, the girl arrives and says, I want 1 mango milk tea. One should have extra sugar and put less sugar in the other. Okay. The girl at the counter says, okay. Then this guy also arrives and says, make mine the same too. And I will pay for both, so this treat is from me for you. Misu. After hearing this, Gumong says thank you. Then the girl at the counter says, here your order is ready. Wow, you both look like such a beautiful couple. Seriously, I could die just looking at you. With that, this guy says, well, should we have dinner together? Let us go to Sky Realm and have dinner together? But we see Gumong refuses. She says, no, I only took leave from Miss for this session. I only got permission for this period. I have to go back to school. Okay, fine, then I will drop you. But the girl refuses and says, no thanks. But what exactly is this guy trying to do? I need to keep some distance from him, otherwise my identity will be exposed. Anyway, that guy says, no problem. Welcome, welcome. Then the scene shifts and now we see the lobby scene where Lu is after Yang. He says, why did you not go home after the exam? He replies, I went to buy snacks with Mong. Then Lu says from now on, keep some distance from Mong. As soon as he says this, that guy gets shocked and says, why? Why should I do that? Then we see Lu saying, why? What happened? You will not listen to me. As soon as he says this, the guy cannot say anything and gets a little nervous. He says, but bro, we are desk mates, right? We sit together. Anyway, Lu does not say anything. Then after some time, we see their bus has arrived and they are getting inside. Before leaving, Lu says, okay, listen, just forget whatever I said. All right? Then he starts leaving. That guy says, okay, Chung Chu. Then I am leaving. Bye-bye. Why do I feel like Chung Chu is trying to put me down in front of this girl? Anyway, why should I care? With that, this guy also leaves. Then we see Chung Cho, meaning Lu Choi, eating something, and at the same time staring at that girl and thinking, she is so cute, but she is not going to fall for him. The scene shifts here. We see his friends talking and saying, our boy is ruined. He has fallen in love with a girl. The scene shifts, and now we see the school scene. Everyone is talking, saying, I heard the result of that exam is coming this morning. Yeah, in the morning. Who knows what will happen? Who do you think will win? Louis or Goen? No idea, but no one from class 20 is going to top. Everyone is laughing. Then we see discussion happening in their class too. This guy says, bro, we are going to lose again. Right? Then Gumong says, stop talking nonsense. Someone from our class is definitely going to top. Okay, and yes, let me sleep. Do not disturb me. Then Gumong says this and goes back to sleep. This guy thinks I do not know what happened to her. Why is she so irritated? Actually, I am telling the truth. The result should have come by now, right? It was supposed to come in the morning. Then why has it not come yet? No one knows the time and there is no news either. Then the scene shifts and we see the office scene where that teacher is very angry. Check the result names yourself. We see Jin Young is at the top. Then Louis is after her, and after that Goen. Now the teacher gets angry and says, Miss Shi, you need to take responsibility as a teacher. How did you dare help students cheat? You must have helped them, right? Tell me this is absolutely wrong. Here Miss says, my students earned these grades through their own hard work with their own ability. Okay, I did not help them cheat, and why would they be expelled? Tell me, then that teacher says, oh, why not, and starts laughing. At the same time, she says, your students were so poor, tell me. Their marks used to be terrible, so how did they suddenly become top students, tell me? And this San, she used to be at the very bottom, right? Then how did she suddenly score 157 marks? Tell me, she continues saying, students in our class could not even solve it, but students in your class solved everything. How is that possible? Then the director says, Miss Shi actually. Miss Lu was just joking with your students. This test was serious, okay? She was only trying to motivate the students so they would study, and there was no need to take this matter so seriously, but you cheated. Now the director is angry too and says, call the students here or expel them right now. The teacher says, why would I expel them? And anyway, my students did not cheat. Okay, I am ready to take full responsibility. They did not cheat. Okay, here the teachers keep insisting on their point. They say if they did not cheat, then you can simply conduct the test again. Everyone keeps saying the same thing, then the other. Teacher Leo says fine, if that is the case, then let them take the exam again. Okay, if this time they get bad marks in the Rai exam, then along with them you will also have to leave the school. Now another bet has been made. Miss Lu says this, then Miss Mai agrees and says, fine, if that is how it is, then do whatever you want. It does not matter to me, but yes, if their marks are good, then you will have to apologize. With that, another exam is going to happen, and this news has spread everywhere. Then the scene shifts. We see Gumong herself coming here. At the same time, we see Miss Shi calling someone on the phone. Anyway, then she notices her and says, Gumong, why did you come out of class? Gumong says, they were giving the exam again, so what was I supposed to do there? The teacher says, okay, but do not worry. I believe Jin Young did not cheat. Our class students cannot cheat. I am sure Gumong smiles after some time. We see this girl coming while laughing and saying, Gumong teacher, do you still not believe us, and why did you not give the exam? Do you know my marks? I got 150 out of 150. I got 150 in every exam, along with Jin Young. Another girl also gave the exam, and both of them scored good marks again, and both are telling their marks. Then Gumong says, very good, very good. Gumong is encouraging them. Then we see the girl saying, come, let us go. Then Gumong says, no. Wait a little, we should not leave yet, right? Miss Shi. Miss Shi also says, yes, our work is not finished yet. Then the door opens and Miss Shi comes inside saying, the results are here. Now, if any of you want to say something, tell me first. Miss Shi asks this. Then the director says, Jin Yang, listen. San, forgive us. Our teachers made a mistake. This will never happen again. The director has become completely humble. Then that teacher says Miss Liu, the headmaster, has accepted his mistake. Now, what about you? Anyway, that teacher Liu does not say anything. Then we see Yang has arrived and says, I do not know from where these useless teachers become teachers. Have they still not learned how to apologize? Tell me, how many years have they been teaching? Here, the teacher says, stop talking nonsense, shut your mouth. Yang says, I am talking nonsense, apologize to us here. Yang is arguing. Then we see that girl also saying, Miss Liu, he is right. You started this from the beginning. Ugly or beautiful, what difference does that make? In the end, only studies matter. And as for education, it does not mean you have the right to humiliate someone. You should apologize, you were the one who started everything. After hearing all this, Gumong thinks, wow, this girl is standing up for herself, very good. She is learning slowly, then even though she does not want to. The teacher apologizes to Gumong. She says, forgive me. Gumong. After hearing this, Gumong says nothing. Then everyone comes out of the office. Look at this girl. She says, thank you so much. It must have been really tough for you, right? The teacher says, if you really think it was tough, then next time, do not get 0 in chemistry. The girl says, yes, yes, sure, sure. The scene shifts and now we see a cafe scene. That guy says just one. Sorry, seriously, just one sorry. It is okay, let it go. They are joking around when suddenly from nowhere, Gun, who is her sister, arrives. She comes and says Sister Gumong turns back and gets stunned, thinking what just happened. Then we see that girl saying, it has been a long time since we met, right, Meng? Now her sister has arrived. Then we see Yang saying, Meng, are you both sisters? That girl says, yes, we are sisters. With that, Gumong says nothing. She just keeps staring at her and then stands up saying, Jin Yang, let's go. I am full. The girl says yes, and both of them start leaving. While they are leaving, we see her sister saying, sister, wait, listen. She comes closer and says, where did you find Jin Young? Tell me, where did you find this girl? She had disappeared for years, right? And what happened to her? Is she going to school again? After hearing all this, Gumong gets very angry. Gumong says, shut your mouth, or you will not be able to open it again. After hearing this, the girl gets scared. Their fight was about to start. But then we see Gumong does not say much and quietly leaves from there with Jin Yang. This girl is very angry too. The scene shifts. Then we see Uncle Liu quickly calling Gumong. He says, listen, Auntie, meaning my mom is sick again. Madam, Go condition has become bad, so come quickly. Okay, understood. Fine with that, even though she does not want to, she has to go. Then we see the girl saying, yes, I found her. Then we see Liu has come to pick her up. He is standing outside smoking. As soon as he sees her, he says, Sorry, forgive me. I am troubling you again. Gumong says nothing and quietly sits inside his car. After seeing this, the guy is shocked. This girl is thinking, the Liu family is really very complicated. The more I try to stay away from them, the more I keep getting closer to them. Here, this guy keeps staring at her, but this girl does not like it at all. This guy thinks I do not know what happened to her. Maybe I should cheer her up. Then he offers her something to eat, but we see the girl looking carefully and thinking, wow, I have seen this before. These are limited edition cookies and they are very expensive. Well, fine, it is a luxury brand. I should at least taste it. This girl actually likes it and starts tasting it. Then she says, you have a lot of money. Right? Good for you. Here that guy says, well, madam, she was fine for a long time. I do not know what suddenly happened. I do not know what happened, but suddenly her condition got worse and she fainted. Gumong says you should ask all these questions to Lucivi. What? So you mean the medicine you prescribed was not used? Here Gumong says yes. After hearing this, the girl thinks maybe doctors are never satisfied. Anyway, let it be. I need to check what really happened. The scene shifts and now we see their house scene where we see the grandmother scene. Then a doctor arrives and says, Miss Liu, we need to perform surgery, otherwise Madam will not survive. Now that girl says, wait, stop for a moment. Let me check first. Let me understand what is going on. This girl starts checking and looking around. Meanwhile, we see Liu has also arrived and Gumong is there too. After seeing this, the girl turns back and asks, what are you all doing here? Leave from here. But we see Gumong quickly walks past her and the girl cannot say anything. Then Gumong comes near and checks Auntie and says, this time I am not confident whether I will be able to save her or not. After Gumong says this, that girl says, what is this? This is the same girl who treated Grandma before. Right? Why is she here? Throw her out. Do you want your grandma to die? I just do not want my brother to find out that I changed the medicine she prescribed. I want to get her thrown out. Then we see the brother saying, take Sivi away from here quickly right now, and after today, she should never come here again. Okay? After hearing this, his assistant says, yes, that girl is shocked. And says, what? But the door is already closed, and we see they have picked her up and taken her away. Here this girl is checking and says a very serious problem has happened. After hearing this, the guy asks why, what happened suddenly. Here the girl says, look, the problem is we need to perform surgery. Do you know any top-class neurology doctor? That guy says, my sister is also one, and yes, there is one person. But the girl says, no, your sister will not work. She is not capable enough. Okay, so call that doctor. Bring Dr. Yu here. With that, the guy quickly makes a call and says, listen, bring Dr. Yu to Liu residence quickly as fast as possible. We see he has made the call and said everything. And after a short time, they literally bring that man here. The doctor says, hey, Liu, family, have you all become robbers or what I was doing my work? How can you drag me here like this? Tell me, why are you carrying an old man like this? I was doing a perfectly good experiment. What is happening to me here? The doctor keeps saying, I told you all to let me go. I can walk by myself. Please let go of this old man. My bones will break. Leave me, leave me. In the end, they let the old man go. He looks and says, what is this, Chengzhou? But before that, he had already seen Madam and understood that Gumong is actually a top-class doctor. Gumong keeps staring at this doctor, so he stays quiet and he becomes silent. Then Chengchok says, you all can leave now, okay? He tells his assistants to leave. Here Gumong says, listen, look at Madam properly. This guy comes and checks and says, Madam was fine until now. Right? What suddenly happened? Why did her condition become so serious? Here that girl says, I gave her medicines, but suddenly someone must have changed the Chinese medicine with some other medicine, and that caused this problem. Oh, I see, then this is very bad. Madam is very old. I mean, her age is very high. We will need surgery, but I cannot take too many chances. The risk is high. I am only 50% sure I can save her. Then that guy comes and asks, how sure are you? Here, Gumang says, I am 60% sure. Oh, okay, Uncle Yu. Please get ready to cooperate with Gumang. Please agree as soon as he hears her name. The doctor says, what are you looking at? Have you gone crazy? I am such a top-class doctor, and you want me to work with a little girl? Absolutely not. What is this? She is just a young girl. I am not going to work with her. You are insulting me. Here we see the doctor has become very angry and is deliberately acting dramatic. Then our guy says, listen, I am ready to invest 50 million in your project. The moment he hears this, the doctor agrees and says, fine, matter settled. No problem at all. I did not expect this, Junior. You are much smarter than me. Very good. Come, let us go to the operation room quickly. After hearing this, they quickly head to the operation room. Money can really make anything possible. Then we see Gumang saying, very good, you acted really well, and at the same time made him lose 50 million. Dr. Yu asks, who did all this? Who did this? It was Sivi, right here. Gumang says, Dr. Yu is also troubled now and says, leave all this aside. None of this matters right now. We need to focus on Madam's surgery. At this time, everything feels much more difficult because the risk is very high. If even one mistake happens, the entire Liu family will turn against us. Then what should I do? My family has always told me to stay away from these people. But what can I do? If Liu Zhengzhou was not here, then I would never have come here. Anyway, the scene shifts and we see the outside scene where that girl says, okay, now we need to check Madam's heart and the condition of her veins. The doctor also agrees. The scene shifts again and we see the night scene. It was night before and it is still night now. Anyway, outside we see that guy smoking and waiting. Then we see his father has also arrived. He asks, how is your mother's condition now? This is his father, whose name is Lu Jian, and he has entered in a very dangerous style. His entry itself feels intense. The surgery had not started yet, but when he arrived, someone immediately told him that Dr. Yu was already inside the operating room and explained the whole situation. His father nodded and said, good Chong, you handled this well. You should have invited Dr. Yu much earlier. His father was comforting him. After hearing that, the uncle simply nodded to himself while thinking, father and son are both real scammers. They are both first-class tricksters. Lu looked at his father and his father asked, how long has the surgery been going on? His son replied, it has already been 2 hours. Then he added, if Lu Sivi had not been here, Grandma would never have ended up in this condition. She would never have needed surgery at all. He explained everything to his father. His father replied, fine, let this operation finish first. After that, we will settle her matter. We will not let her go. His son agreed. The scene shifted, and for a moment 2 birds appeared together, making it feel like everyone else had a partner while we were still single. After a while, the operating room door finally opened, and the surgery was over. Gumang walked out after completing the operation, and she looked seriously beautiful. As soon as she came out, Lu rushed over and asked, how did everything go? The doctor replied, there's nothing to worry about anymore. I will prescribe some medicine. I removed the blood clot and completed everything that was needed. I will write the medicines and she will recover after some time. The father stepped forward and sincerely thanked them. Then someone quickly brought a cup of hot tea and handed it to Gumang, saying, this is your favorite tea, drink it and have something to eat. Gumang quietly thanked him. She looked completely exhausted, Lu then offered, you should come to my room and get some rest or sleep for a while. Hearing that Gumang was surprised and asked what then, she quietly agreed. He immediately led her toward his room. While walking, the hot tea had slightly touched her lips, and she gently licked them with her tongue. Lu happened to notice it and kept staring at her. They both continued walking. He then told his father, "Dad, I will let her rest for a while." His father simply nodded and said, "Fine, go ahead." Dr. Yu watched this and complained, "Look at this attitude. Why am I not getting this kind of treatment? I also want hot milk, and I want to sleep too." What is going on here? The uncle suddenly remembered. Wait, there is still one important matter. What is it? They both realized they had forgotten about Civi. Right. Where is she? She is inside. They immediately walked into the room. When the door opened, Civi was sitting there tied up. Even though she was the daughter of the Liu family, she was bound inside her own house. She anxiously asked teacher, "Is my grandmother out of danger?" As soon as her teacher arrived, the teacher calmly asked Civi, "Do you remember the very first rule from the day you became my student?" "Repeat it to me," Civi replied. "Yes, I remember." Then she repeated every single rule perfectly, showing that she had memorized all of them. Her teacher then asked, "Did you follow even one of those rules?" Civi became completely silent. She nervously asked, "Wait, did Gumang tell you something? Did she say anything about me? Please trust me." Her teacher replied, "Do you really think I am so foolish that a little girl could manipulate me?" Then the teacher declared, "From this moment, you are no longer my student. You are free, do whatever you want." After saying that, the teacher turned around and walked away. Civi cried out, "Teacher, please listen to me. Please hear me out." I was wrong, but it was already too late. Her teacher had left. She broke down crying, thinking, what will happen to me now? My teacher was a top-class master. Later, when she finds out that Gumang is actually her teacher's own master, it will be interesting to see what happens. As time passed, it became night once again. The story joked that it had become night for the third time. Then Lu came over and said, "Go sleep on the bed." As he offered her the bed, Gumang refused and replied, "No, I will sleep on the sofa. Just let me know as soon as the old lady wakes up. I need to examine her again." Lu agreed and decided not to argue. He thought to himself, "Fine, let her do whatever she wants. Later, I will quietly carry her onto the bed." Gumang sat down on the sofa and Lu gently brought her a blanket. She softly thanked him. Before long, she fell into a deep sleep. Lu quietly kept watching her without taking his eyes off her. He had no idea that this sweet-looking girl was actually incredibly dangerous. Just then, his assistant arrived, wondering, should I disturb my master or should I leave him alone? He hesitated for a moment, then quietly turned around to leave. He noticed his assistant and asked, "What happened?" "Tell me quickly." The assistant replied, "Mr. Lu, Miss Civi has been expelled by Dr. Yu as his student." "Oh, I see, fine. It is not a problem. And from now on, do not let Civi go anywhere near Madam. Not even close to Grandma." The assistant nodded and agreed. Then he added one more thing. "Go to the kitchen and tell someone to make something sweet to eat." The assistant agreed right away. It looked like they were preparing sweets. Maybe Madame Lu was going to arrive. Soon the scene shifted and morning had come. The girl had slept through the entire night. She woke up and looked around in confusion. Wait, I fell asleep on the sofa. How did I end up on the bed? She had no idea that someone had carried her there. She looked ahead and saw Lu still sleeping. As soon as she noticed him asleep, she quietly got up and went outside where she started playing games. Seriously, this girl was a gamer, a hacker, a doctor, and also a fearless fighter. Even after having so many amazing talents, she was still single. Thinking about that somehow felt funny. Lu soon woke up and thought, when I saw her at the mall with that guy, I thought they were dating. That was why I left. But I never expected this. Then the girl smiled and said, "It is a good thing that I am growing up, but I am not a little kid anymore." Lu smiled and replied, "Fine, you are not a child anymore, but you can still act like one." Then he walked away. The scene shifted again. Someone informed them, "Madam has woken up. But how should we take care of her now?" Gumang calmly replied, "There is nothing special. Just make sure you give her the medicines I prescribed on time. I have also written down some emergency medicines." She tore off the prescription and handed it over. As she stretched out her hand to give it, Lou accidentally touched her hand. For a moment, both of them simply looked at each other as if a strange feeling had appeared between them. At least that was how it seemed. Then Gumang said, "Mr. Liu, instead of my consultation fee, there is something else I want. I need that sleeping pod." It was the same sleeping pod they had received earlier at the Ox House. After thinking for a moment, Liu smiled and ordered Liu Yi go bring it here. His assistant immediately replied, "Yes, sir." A little later, the assistant returned carrying the sleeping pod and said, "Miss Gu, here is your sleeping pod." She thanked him and said, "Thanks. If there is nothing else I should leave now, I need to go to City Ming. My college entrance exam is coming soon, so please do not disturb my studies. If anything happens, then contact Dr. Yu instead." Dr. Yu immediately complained, "Hey, I am also a top neurologist. I stay busy all the time. I am not free either." Liu then remembered. Wait, her 12th grade marks were actually terrible. She is so weak in studies, yet she is a doctor. How is that possible? He simply could not understand it. As Gumang was leaving, Liu offered, "Liu Yi will drop you home," but she politely refused. "No thanks, I have some other work to do first." After saying that she left while Liu quietly watched her walk away, the scene shifted to the school. The next day, Gumang happily arrived carrying her own bedding with her because she planned to sleep there again. As she was arranging it, Jinyang walked over and said, "Gumang, listen. This Saturday there is going to be a parent-teacher meeting. We do not have any parents, so who will attend for us?" Gumang replied, "Oh, I see. I will talk to Miss about it. We do not need to attend the parent-teacher meeting." But Jinyang interrupted and said, "No, I already talked to her this morning. Miss C had already told me that because we are in 12th grade, it is compulsory for us to attend this parent-teacher meeting. It cannot happen without parents. She also wants each of us to bring an adult because we have to go on stage. And since I recently ranked first in the test, I think she is especially worried about us. That is why she said all this." Gumang replied, "Oh, is that? So fine, leave it to me." Her friend asked, "How are you going to manage that? Do you actually have a plan?" Gumang took out her phone and said, "Yes, I have an old friend. He will definitely do this much for us." Jinyang was confused and asked, "What kind of friend is he?" Without saying much, Gumang started typing on her phone and sent a message to a lawyer, asking him to attend their parent-teacher meeting and help them. The scene shifted to the previous day. After leaving the Liu family house, Gumang had gone straight to a law office. Soon the lawyer arrived. His name was Jiang, and he was a top-class lawyer. He greeted her and said, "You have been waiting here for so long. Why did you not tell me earlier? You could have messaged me. I would have come sooner." Gumang replied, "It is about Jin Yang." The lawyer immediately became serious and asked what happened to Jin Yang. Gumang explained, "The person who hurt her has been released from prison. I want you to file another appeal and send him back to jail." The lawyer nodded and said, "I understand what you mean, but the law has to follow legal procedures. Still, do not worry, I will handle this matter seriously." Gumang then asked, "Is that person living comfortably now?" The lawyer almost laughed and replied, "Comfortably, you beat him so badly that he used to weigh 180 kilograms, and now he is barely 100. His bones and skin were shattered. His mental condition is completely unstable. You beat him so brutally that he definitely learned his lesson. Do you really think he is living well?" Gumang was still filled with anger and replied, "Even if he is living peacefully, I will beat him even worse next time." The lawyer calmed her down and asked, "Fine, fine. But tell me, where have you been these days?" "You have been so busy." Gumang answered, I have been studying and preparing for my college entrance exam. The lawyer looked completely shocked and asked, College, are you serious? Why do you even need to go to college? You could have told me, and I would have gotten you into law school myself. Gumang explained, I am attending school with Jin Young. That is why. Then she added, Anyway, you do not need to worry. Please just file that appeal. I have to leave now. I need to catch my flight because I also have to get back to school. Bye. After saying that, she left. The scene shifted again. Gumang was talking on the phone and said, Listen, Lawyer Zhang has agreed to attend our parent-teacher meeting. There is nothing to worry about. Her friend became excited and replied, Wow, a lawyer is coming for us. That is amazing. Gumang then said, I will not be coming home today. If anything happens, let me know. Even if someone bullies you, tell me immediately. Her friend laughed and replied, Who could possibly bully me? Do not worry. Then the call ended. Right after that, Jinyang suddenly saw someone standing in front of her. It was Gumang's sister going. She smiled and said, Jinyang. It has been a long time. Jinyang looked surprised and replied, You are here? Going smiled and said, Honestly, I thought you would never return to school after everything that happened. I thought I would never see you again. But here you are, so tell me, how does it feel to be back? She was clearly mocking her. Jinyang stayed silent. Just then another friend arrived and asked, What is going on? What are you two talking about? Going casually replied, Nothing much. We just used to know each other. We lived together before. Then she transferred schools with my sister and somehow ended up in my school too. Now all three of us are studying together. The other girl curiously asked, Going, are you and your sister really biological sisters? I seriously cannot believe it. One of you is a topper and the other is completely different. Did you ever get a DNA test? Are you really related? Going quickly replied, Do not spread rumors. My sister is not good at studying. She simply does not like studying. That is why she has always been behind me in academics. Anyway, why are we even talking about this? They deliberately kept saying such things. Another girl added, You are the class topper after all. Gumang silently watched them. She wondered. Gumang has always treated me kindly, but what do these people have against me? She kept staring at them. Going noticed her gaze and asked, Why are you staring at me? Then she stepped forward, but suddenly her foot slipped. It was impossible to tell whether she slipped on purpose or by accident. As she stumbled, she quickly said, Jin Young. Oh, sorry, I did not notice. I really did not mean to touch you. Colostomy, my bag. The moment she said those words, something strange happened. Jin Young suddenly lost control of the flower pot she was holding. It slipped from her hands and fell straight down onto their heads. The girl suddenly started running toward Jin Young. It looked like something traumatic had happened to her in the past, and we would find out about it later. But she had already run away while In was standing there smiling. Then her friend grabbed her and asked, Hey, what is this colostomy bag? What does it have to do with her? What were you talking about? She replied, Oh, nothing. Come on, I feel like eating something. My treat. The other girl happily said, Oh, really? Then I am going to eat this, while the second one said, I will eat that too. Then the scene shifted to the bathroom where we saw Jin Young completely shocked. Sitting alone in a corner, trembling and thinking, Help! Help! Please save me. Then we were shown a memory of a neighborhood where a man was holding the hand of a little girl. Maybe that little girl was actually her, but we would learn that later. She kept telling herself, I have to endure this. I have to bear it. Just then, she received a message on her phone. It was from Gumang saying, I am at the store. I will buy some milk for you. Come over when you are done. Jin Young replied, Okay, I will come. Then she thought, no, I have to endure this. I cannot tell Gumeng what Gun said about me. No, I absolutely cannot. I have to bear it. Then the scene shifted to the store where Yang was standing asking his friend, tell me which one would suit Gumeng better. Which one should I buy? This one, or this one. His friend replied, I think she would like the sweet one. Buy this one. Just then another girl from class 12 appeared. Her section was also shown. Then we saw another friend named Ruhan who secretly liked Yang, but had never been able to confess. Yang said, fine, I will just buy all of them. His friend looked confused and asked, why are you buying so many? Yang replied, well, Gumong and her friend are both there. They will eat them too, so it is not a problem. He was obviously doing all this because he liked Gumong. It was clear, but another girl noticed everything and thought, Gumong, I will never let you go. Then Gun, who was actually Gumong's sister, took advantage of the situation and said, my sister has always been very beautiful. Ever since childhood, she has always been popular. She even managed to attract Young, amazing. Right. Young treats my sister so well. I do not know why. Even though her grades were terrible, she always got into fights. Anyway, that does not matter. I am just wondering whether the Liu family will really accept her or not. Sometimes I honestly feel jealous of my own sister. I do not even know why, but she always makes powerful friends so easily. Just look at Jin Yang. She recently became the top student and she is very close to my sister. Anyway, she will probably give a speech soon. There is nothing to worry about. Then after saying all that, she added, I already bought everything I wanted. I am leaving now. You can come too if you want. Her friend agreed and while leaving thought, wait, did Gumong have some kind of dark past? Maybe she did whatever. Then we saw Goen thinking, now the real fun is about to begin. Just wait. The scene shifted again. School had ended for the day. Gumong was on a call saying, hello, lawyer school is over. We have to meet tomorrow, so please come tomorrow. The lawyer replied, fine, let us meet over dinner. At Tianxia residence, Gumong said, okay, Tianxia residence. Just then, Jinyang asked Gumong, are we meeting the lawyer today? Before she could finish speaking, Liu arrived and said, uncle wants to meet you. He has invited you for dinner. We need to discuss grandma's health. He is waiting at Tianxia residence. Shall we go? Hearing that, Gumong replied, oh, I actually have some work there too. What a coincidence, we also have work there. If you do not mind, let us go together. Liu smiled and said, sure, no problem. Just then, Yang suddenly appeared and happily said, wait guys, you are all going for dinner. Take me with you too. He looked really excited, but Liu immediately refused, saying, sorry, the car's already full. Another person also arrived and everyone greeted each other. Yang quickly said, no problem, I will just take a taxi. Even though Liu did not want to, he finally had to invite him too and said, fine, get in the car. Then the scene shifted to the restaurant where everyone had already gathered. Uncle was there and the lawyer had also arrived. Everyone was sitting together. Then Liu quickly pulled out a chair for Gumong. Seeing that she looked a little impressed, after all, anyone would be impressed by such polite treatment. Then Liu said, here you should eat something sweet. It is good for you. Seeing all this, his friends became jealous. One of them muttered, what am I even watching? How is he treating her like this? Another person tasted the dessert and said, wow, this is really delicious. Then someone else said, I heard your rank has improved. The other replied, so what? What is so special about that? Just then, Uncle looked at him and said, well, tell me, who could possibly be worse than you? Gumong replied, the lowest rank, that is me. Why is there a problem? As soon as she said that, Uncle immediately changed the topic and said, no, Gumong, have some water. Drink some water first. After that, the lawyer started laughing and said, "Oh, now I understand why you invited me to the parent-teacher meeting. I get it now. One student is ranked at the very top, while the other is ranked at the very bottom. The gap between them is huge. Of course, the person standing on the stage is going to feel awkward. He was not really mocking them, but he was laughing at the situation. However, Lou took it as if it was a taunt. Then Lou said, "It is kind of strange that only one person is going there for just two students. It feels a little odd to me. Anyway, I am free tomorrow too." Everyone immediately understood what he was trying to say. The four people sitting there were completely shocked and thought, "What is he saying?" His relatives could not believe what they had just heard. Then Gumang looked at him and asked, "Why do you want to come with me as my parent for the parent-teacher meeting?" Lou smiled and replied, "Yes, I can come if you invite me." Gumang calmly said, "Fine, there is no problem, but my grades might embarrass you, so think carefully before you come." After hearing that, he agreed and said, "All right, then we will go together tomorrow." Gumang also agreed. Lou was secretly thinking, she actually agreed. That is amazing. Meanwhile, the other four people were completely stunned, wondering, since when did these two become so close? Then the scene shifted as they were leaving the restaurant. Lou said, "Please pack all of these for me." Then he looked at Gumang and said, "You really love sweets, but somehow you never gain any weight." He was basically telling her to become a little chubbier. Gumang immediately teased him back and said, "After all, I am still growing." She was clearly returning the same teasing he had given her before. Lou smiled and replied, "Fine, then see you tomorrow. By the way, do you think the teacher will call me aside to have a private talk?" Hearing that, Gumang remembered how Miss C had warned her before saying, "Do not get 0 marks again by mistake." She thought about it and replied, "Judging by Miss Cis' personality, yes, she probably will call you aside." Lou finally understood and thought, so that is why she agreed. Suddenly they heard someone shouting from a distance, "Gumang, what are you doing here?" It was actually her uncle. He angrily walked over and shouted, "Do you even know what kind of place this is? Can you even afford to be here? Tell me, and what are you doing with these men? If you do not explain, I will break your legs." As soon as he reached out his hand, Lou immediately grabbed it tightly. Then Gumang calmly said, "Uncle, there is something I have always wanted to tell you. Today I finally will listen carefully. The thing you desperately want. You will never get it, so stop pretending because it does not suit you at all. I hope you never act like this again." Then she turned around and started walking away. Lou and her uncle both watched her leave. Her uncle shouted, "Gumang, stop right there." But Lou stepped in front of him and coldly warned, "Listen, if I ever hear you curse her again, next time I will not be this gentle. You understand what I mean?" After saying that, he also walked away. Then the scene shifted to the next day. The parent-teacher meeting had already started. All the girls were whispering, "Wow, who is that handsome guy walking with Gumang? Look, there is another amazing man with her. Who are these people?" Everyone was completely amazed. Then Jin Young said, "Gumang, our turn is first. So the lawyer, uncle, and I will go ahead." Gumang nodded and agreed. Soon every family had arrived and everyone was waiting for their turn. Then uncle also appeared and greeted them, saying, "Gumang Chengzhou, you are here too." Gumang smiled and replied, "Uncle, you are here as well." Everything continued as more and more families arrived. One by one, all the students came with their parents. Then Lou quietly asked, "Wait, so the parents and students have to walk together on the red carpet all the way to the stage? Is that really necessary?" Yang replied, "I do not really know, but yes, apparently it is required. They always come up with such strange rules. Then Lu smiled and said, Look, everyone is walking hand in hand. We should do the same, but Gumang completely ignored him and simply kept walking. Lu thought, oh, is that how it is? Fine. Then he told himself, at times like this, the man should take the first step. With that thought, he reached out and gently held Gumang's hand. The moment he held her hand, she looked at him in surprise, wondering, what is he doing all of a sudden? Then she noticed how warm his hand was, and for some reason she felt something unusual stirring deep inside her heart. Some feelings had clearly started to grow inside her. Making someone feel this way really isn't as easy as it looks. Right. We see him asking, what's wrong? Aren't you angry? But she doesn't say anything because feelings for him have already awakened inside her. So she isn't angry anymore. Anyway, he says, that's good. Then, let's go. Now the two of them walk together holding each other's hands. By the way, both of them are still single as they keep walking. Yang comes over and says, here, take this pen. You'll need it for signing papers. Just as he hands over the pen, he looks behind him and says, hey, what's that? Then an uncle suddenly grabs his mouth. Gumang asks, what happened? What happened? He's about to answer, but the uncle quickly says, nothing. Nothing. Everything's fine. You all go ahead. You'll need the pen for the signatures. We then see Gumang's real uncle watching everything. He says, Gumang, what are you doing here? Tell me, why didn't you tell me earlier that you had transferred to Ming High School? And what are you doing with Lu Yang? I wanted to meet Director Lu and his father, but none of them allowed me to meet them. So, how is this girl able to meet him? Ying then explains she was just transferred recently, and now she's Lu Yang's classmate. Uncle nods and says, I see. Then he quietly tells Yin, you know what you have to do next. She simply replies, okay, uncle, I understand. Clearly, she has already understood what she has to do. Just then, an announcement is made. Parents and students, please sign in and then take your seats. At the same time, feelings of love are overflowing in Gumang's heart for him. Another announcement follows now. I invite our principal to come and give a speech. The elderly principal steps onto the stage and says, teachers, parents, students, good morning, everyone. While the speech continues, the scene shifts to a teacher asking, Yin, what are you doing here? She replies, nothing. I forgot my glasses here. The teacher says, all right, hurry up, find them and return to the assembly. She says, okay. Then she quickly rushes to the music system, secretly inserts a pen drive and quietly says, Gumang, now let's see what happens to you. After that, the principal finishes his speech and says, now it's time to present the history of our school. The school history begins and everything about the school is being shown, including its background and location. Suddenly, something unexpected appears on the screen. It shows a little girl named Gumang, age 5, and reveals that she brutally beat someone during a fight inside the classroom. It also says she was permanently expelled from school because she had beaten the other children so badly. As soon as everyone sees this, they begin talking among themselves. What? How could Ming Middle School ever allow such a dangerous child to study here? How can we consider our children safe if students like her are admitted into this school? Everyone becomes frightened and starts demanding expel Gumang, otherwise we'll transfer all our children to another school. Someone remembers Gumang studies in class 12. Find her quickly. Yang comes running over and shouts, have you all gone crazy? What's wrong with all of you? Why are you bullying her? But his uncle stops him and says, don't make a scene. Then the uncle steps forward and announces, ladies and gentlemen, I am Lu, the head of the Education Bureau. Please don't panic. Trust me, I will investigate this matter and find out exactly what is going on. Please stay calm. He immediately starts checking the information and photos. Everyone recognizes him and says, that's Director Lu. At the same time, Lu steps forward and blocks the uncle. Then he quickly takes out his phone and orders, listen, none of this news should get outside block. Every piece of news immediately. I want every report sent directly to me. Nothing should leak out. He then reassures everyone, don't worry, he'll have everything suppressed. Gumong says, thank you so much. He replies, it's nothing. It's just a small issue. Just then, Jinyang comes running over shouting Gumong. But Gumong calmly says, Jin, I'm fine, don't worry. The lawyer then says, Gumong, you didn't even do anything wrong. So why are you silently enduring all this? Just tell everyone the truth. But Gumong shakes her head and says, no lawyer, uncle. It's not like that. She says the past should never be brought out in front of everyone. Gumong says this. Then the lawyer says, look, the solution is simple. We should change schools and transfer Jinyang to another school. But Lu immediately objects and says, Jiang, what kind of nonsense are you talking about? Your values are completely wrong. I don't support this at all. How can I just stand here and watch my people get bullied? He is still holding her hand, but Gumong gently pulls her hand away and says, Lu, thank you so much, but I've already decided Jinyang will transfer to another school. Yang also says, Meng, how can you do this? He clearly doesn't like the decision. Then Gumong walks over to Jinyang and says, Jinyang, don't cry. Please don't cry. Lu keeps wondering, what kind of secret are these two hiding from everyone? No matter what, he'll find out the truth. Jinyang is crying and says, Gumong, listen, Mr. Lu is right. We shouldn't keep enduring everything like we always have. You've always protected me, but this time I want to explain everything. This time, it's my turn to protect you. Gumong immediately stops her and says, no, don't explain anything. The lawyer says the same thing too. But Jinyang says no, the truth has to come out now. Everyone deserves to know the real criminal is living peacefully while we are the ones suffering. We didn't do anything wrong. I have to explain. You were the one who taught me all this. Gumong says no. You have to listen to me. You can't do this, but Jinyang has already made up her mind. She says, I have to go. Let me go. She starts running while thinking. Gumong, you've done so much for me. Now it's my turn to do something for you. She runs straight onto the stage, picks up the microphone and says, hello, parents. My name is Meng Jinyang. I'm a 12th grade student from Section 20. Everyone starts shouting. What's going on? Why are you here? Get off the stage. Exactly, what are you doing here? We want Gumong. Explain about her. Why are you apologizing? Tell her to apologize. Jinyang replies, Gumong has done nothing wrong. She never committed any violence, she never broke any school rules, so why should she apologize? Someone shouts, who do you think you are? Just because you have good grades doesn't mean you can say whatever you want. We want her expelled. Call her here right now. She's a terrible girl. Jinyang answers, no, she's a good person. She's not a bad girl at all. The crowd keeps shouting. Gumong used to beat other students. She beat them so badly that she was permanently expelled when she was young. How can we believe she's not a bad person? Jinyang finally says, listen, if she hadn't beaten that man that day, I wouldn't even be alive today. I would have died 5 years ago. I would have died when I was only 5 years old. The moment everyone hears those words, they are completely shocked. And with that, the episode comes to an end. Now, you tell me, how did you like today's video? We'll see you tomorrow with another new video. Until then, take care. Bye-bye. And before you leave, don't forget to like the video. I'm seriously exhausted because the weather is unbelievably hot. It's honestly becoming difficult to make videos.